All right, smooth. First thing, man. All Star Jr. got in, I guess, like some type of altercation,
Yeah.
and his manager said that he's doing all right. So, prayers for him. But I did see on your page, obviously, like you had met him recently.
Yeah, I was just at an event. It was called Crowd Freak. It's a rap and roll event.
Mm-hmm.
So when I got there and stuff like that, I performed. And, as the day went on, I seen him. But, I was cool with the person I was shooting for him that day. His name is Ant MVLA. We were cool and everything. So after that, he shot a couple pictures for us. And I was actually able to talk to him and everything like that. Cool guy.
Okay, for sure. And yeah, Crowd Freak is part of Bankrolls Productions helps with that and stuff like that.
Yeah, they help out each other. Like, they got a studio down there. So,
Mm.
like, if they ever go to Bankroll and stuff like that, you can get, like, a free session if you win the Crowd Freak, stuff like that. It's a good event. Like,
You ended up performing there.
yeah, I performed, me and my cousin. We performed the first one, and then I performed the last song, one of my songs that just got released. So,
Okay, cool. How was the feedback from the audience?
sometimes, like, when it comes to the audience, they could either be vibing with you or 1 minute they could be dead. But, you always want to be energetic. So, I had it to where, like, I felt like I had the crowd engaged. Everybody was, engaged with my performance. So I feel like I did pretty good.
That always sucks, bro, when you're like performing or going crazy. Because I play the drums, like I play in a
Yeah.
band. When everybody's just sitting there and staring at you, it's like, damn, bro, can you pretend that this is sweet?
Man, I ain't gonna lie, I had a couple of those before. Like, when I got up there, like my first performance, I'm up there like, I hope they gonna mess with this song, though. I'm over here rapping and everything in my head. I'm like, I don't know, man. I get up there, everybody just staring at you like, are they vibing with it, or like they say something, you know what I'm saying? But
Usually, if people aren't doing shit, that means they're just not feeling it for whatever fucking reason. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, you definitely gotta get into it. Like, if the crowd not engaged with me, I feel like I won't do my best performance, because it's like you feed off them. If they going crazy, you going crazy. So it's like you just sitting back, you like, oh yeah, they not vibing with this. You start to get like this, like it's hard to perform like that.
What's that rapper girl's name? Coyle Roy or whatever?
Coyle Ray.
Coyle Ray. She like performed at some like big event a couple months ago or some shit, and like nobody was fucking with what she was doing, but she was still going crazy. Like she acted like everybody was fucking with her.
Yeah, she was just sitting there, cause like it was like she was doing her thing, though. I'm like, I was kind of vibing to the song though, but I'm looking at the crowd. They just sitting there like, they like,
Yeah.
they was not coming for her. I
Bro,
promise
because
you.
the energy, listen, man, as an artist, it's not just about the song or the beat or whatever's happening. The energy of the person goes even beyond their actions on stage. Like you can feel it when somebody really fucks with with what they're putting out there. And I feel like she's making music, but I don't know if she really fucks with her own shit, you know what I'm saying? Or even cares, like it really has heart into what the fuck she's talking about. You can yell at the mic all you want, you can go as crazy as you want, but like if people don't feel like you really made that from the heart, then that shit don't mean nothing. Nobody gives a fuck.
Man, it's sometimes it be the opposite. Like, sometimes they don't even like the stuff that come from the heart. I didn't heard somebody come up there and really say something about their family, everything. It was going in. Crowd was just sitting there like this. Next dude got up on stage. He talking about Tech Nine, Uzi with they going crazy. They talk about, oh yeah, this is what I like. It be like they don't say nothing, but sometimes it's all about your energy. Sometimes about the people that's heartfelt. I feel like in the city more than like, they looking at it more of they just want to get like a little turn. You feel what I'm saying? Something hype. They be like, yeah, I want to be able to vibe to this in the car. You get what I'm saying? That's all it is about. But the people that really got the heartfelt lyrics be the ones that really make it out. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, it's good. It's good to have a mixed portfolio. Obviously, like you're gonna have the songs for the parties. You're gonna have the songs that touch the spirit, songs about true life events and all that stuff. And just figuring out a way to put that portfolio together where it makes sense. You can attract all of those audiences, and building your character that way is going to build longevity. Versus if you just only do pop music, or if you just only make serious ass music, because nobody wants to hear serious all the time, but nobody always wants to hear pop and fun stuff all the time either. So what's your bag? What's your portfolio looking like as far as your music?
as far as like
The type of content, like, are you more spiritual when you rap? Are you more conscious? What direction did you take?
I took the versatile route. I felt like doing music, I feel like if you one dimensional, you'll never make it. So I feel like that saying of, oh, he could be here or he could be here, it gets all audiences. You get what I'm saying? A bigger fan base, you know. You got people from the city listening to your music because they got some hype stuff. You over here got some heartfelt stuff. Then you got something like the singing, rapping, or singing. You know, I do everything. So it's like when everybody's here, you have a way bigger engagement with your fans, everything like that. So I just feel like I should be everywhere. I don't really like my Detroit music. Like here, I like the music, but it's like it's too much of the same thing. So it's like I try to stir away from it, but I can do it like better than most. You get what I'm saying? So if I get into there, I just kill it, I guess.
Yeah. Was rap always the number one for you growing up, or when you were younger?
No, it actually wasn't. My go-to, I was a hooper before anything, so I felt like basketball was my main thing. Just a bunch of events led to, like, when you got something that you really feel you passionate in, you'll really strive for it. Like I do not, but like with basketball, it felt like I was doing it per se because I seen maybe other people doing it, or maybe it was just like it was something I could just do. You know what I'm saying? When you don't know what to do, you start to pick up stuff. So I was good at basketball, so I tried to do that, and I was really good at it. But I don't feel like I was excellent in it to actually go to the league or something like that. So
Yeah. And what age were you hooping at? What age did you start hooping?
I was hooping at like, I'd say about 11, 12. I was
Okay,
definitely
so-
hooping at about 11, 12.
Yeah, a little bit later in the days. Some other
Yeah.
kids now are starting at like age 3 and shit. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, they cold. I seen this one dude on like Instagram, little dude. He's shooting on an actual college rim, but he's throwing it though. He ain't got no form, but he just throwing it though. But it's going in though, practicing it every day.
Oh yeah,
They getting
100%.
sweet.
Oh, so as a kid, you were thinking about hooping, like as a youngster.
Oh yeah, as a kid, I ain't gonna lie. Like throughout my whole like up until high school, probably I was really thinking about going to the league. I'm like, man, you know what? I'm watching all of them. They just hooping and stuff like that, making money off of it. I could do the same thing, and I was good at it. So I'm like, I'm about to go to the league.
Yeah.
Eventually, as time went on, it's like, man, my legs started hurting more. I ain't feel like getting up. I'm like, yeah, I don't know if this the way. We had practice almost every day.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I ain't going to practice, man. I was feeling like, hey, I'm not going to practice. Because it's like, if I'm good already, what am I practicing for? Like, I just feel like I already got it down packed. So it's like, yeah I lost the drive for that.
Yeah. Did your parents kind of want to push you towards school or anything like that, or did they have anything in mind for you as far as that?
Yeah, they always want me to go to school. It's like, I support school. Honest to God truth, I do, because I went to school. I went to CMU for a little while, and getting the good grades and stuff like that, it's not hard to actually learn something. It's the fact of people's like, they don't want to do it. They don't want to learn and stuff like that. They feel like it's boring. You get what I'm saying? People got short attention span, so they just want to drift away from school. I actually went to school for about a year. It just wasn't what I seen myself doing. I wanted to go to like a music business school, something I'm passionate in. If you going to school, don't go to school because everybody's telling you to go to school. Go to school because you actually got a career that is required college learning, like being a doctor or something like that. It's kind of pointless to go to college for something you're going to use a degree and get a job like everybody else. Like, that's like my dad, he works at Chrysler. If somebody else goes to Chrysler and they got the same degree, you get what I'm saying? It's like, what did you go to school for? All of them years to go at the same place.
Right on.
Yeah.
Is being an artist like it's the main agenda? There's nothing else. This is the only thing I'm gonna be doing.
Well, actually, no, not in the long run. Right now, being an artist is the main focal point. Like, I feel like if right now I can make it in this music stuff, I can branch off into something different. Like, start signing other artists, be my own exec and stuff like that. Actually learn the business side of it. That's why I'm going to school, for learning the business side of music, because a lot of artists just get signed and they be like, man, I'm on. I got $1 million deal, but not knowing that the deal that you got, they cutting 40%. Yo, wardrobe, videos, it's all coming out of that. You get what I'm saying? That's your check. Not knowing what you signed for. You get what I'm saying? That's the legal part of it. You want to know all that stuff. Yeah.
Dive more into that. The artists are ignorant about what comes with these contracts.
Yeah, like, I feel like they look at a number and feel as if that's the go-to. Like, sometimes your heart will tell you, like, okay, they giving me an upfront $1 million, but you telling me they just letting me walk away with $1 million and just be okay with it. You get what I'm saying? Like, I just got $1 million in my pocket. Nobody's just gonna give you $1 million. You get what I'm saying? You really got to think, are they giving me this $1 million to make me sign, or are they giving me $1 million because they actually mess with my craft and want to sign me? You get what I'm saying? No, it's the fact of they want to see that money turn into $3 million, $5 million. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, they're investing in you to make more money.
exactly.
It's a business at the end of the day.
That's why you always want to be like either independent or, start getting like a label deal or a partnership. You know what I'm saying? That's the stuff that'll get you like, okay, y'all do this for me and I could do this for y'all, so we meet in the middle, instead of, all right, I'm about to get signed, I'm popping, but then lose everything in the long run, because you get what I'm saying? Your deal won't let you get out of it unless you pay for it off, stuff like that.
Have you witnessed that before?
Witness like a deal. I haven't signed a deal. I'm independent. So at the end of the day, I look at different, like, I read about it or watch about it, people's stories of how they got, like, they deals was terrible, NWA, stuff like that. I just watch different stuff to, like, study it.
Yeah. Because it's like a youngster, right? And then you throw all this money at them, but then they don't know like the repercussions or what the responsibilities that come with it.
Exactly. They don't know about it. It's that they don't study it. They just look at, I'm doing music. So it's like, with that mindset, you'll never make it nowhere because you're just saying, all right, I'm going to do music and I'm going to just be a rapper. That's what a lot of people is doing nowadays. And they wasting a lot of time because you get in the studio, I'm cold, da-da-da-da-da. I'm saying this, I'm saying that. As soon as you get there, it's like you don't know what to do afterwards. You never thought about, oh, okay, now they serious about signing me. Now they serious about, like, you know what I'm saying, shows and stuff like that. You don't have no type of emails. You don't have no business emails. You don't have no partners to help you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's stuff you got to think about. So,
yeah, that business aspect is just as important as the talent, and probably
Exactly.
probably even more important than the talent sometimes.
yeah.
How did you get this knowledge?
Wanting to do music. Like, the drive for music made me want to study this stuff because it's like you see a lot of people that were successful and just disappeared out the face of the earth because they didn't know it. So it's like once you start to study, it's like boom, I could be great as long as I know my backing is good. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. That's it's unfortunate because again, like if somebody throws a bunch of money at you as 16, 17 years old, somebody gives you even $50,000 at 16, 17 years old, you're like, holy crap, that's a lot of money.
exactly.
But you don't know how to delegate that money, or you don't know how to be responsible for that money to put it towards the craft or put it towards the music. You could end up blowing it on stuff that doesn't give you anything in return, like chains or jewelry, or just spending it on stupid stuff that just again brings no return to you. They don't understand what they're getting themselves into. Now, as far as that's concerned, do you know, like, let's say you get signed for 50,000, is that money? Do you have to return that money, or like how does that really work as far as when they give you the money?
So if they give you the money, from what I know, like listen to other people's stories about them getting upfront money. I look at it as it depends on what they're giving you the money for. It's all in your contract. You just have to be able to read it and decipher the words that they're actually telling you because they might not know. You get what I'm saying? Like they'll say different things and be like, oh, it sounds good, and then give you like 50 up front, and then it comes out of something, the production for it, the camera work, the everything. You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it could easily be, all right, we giving you this as a signing bonus, but we require such back from your streams or sales or stuff like that. You get what I'm saying? Like that's stuff that they actually tell you, but they don't listen to that stuff. They think I just got $1 million up front and I'm gone.
Yeah, that's wild, man. That's freaking crazy.
Yeah.
So you were smart enough to learn the business end of things, and right now, do you feel like there's a balance coming together between your music and the business side?
I feel like it's getting there. You know, as a young artist myself, I'm still learning. So at this age right now, it's like it takes years of experience. You can learn all the books you want, read all you want, but you'll still never know fully how to protect yourself at all times in your money. You always got to learn as you grow.
Yeah.
So
Is it scary at all knowing that, like, okay, I'm fully diving into being an artist for however long it's going to be until you get to that managerial position where you can, delegate things from that top, but knowing that, like, okay, my income's only going to come from this, or I'm totally invested in this, so if it falls off or doesn't work out, where do you go?
see, I look at that as that's a good question because everybody plans on longevity. They think I'm gonna be in here for a lot of years and I'm gonna just make this money. I feel like just make your money make you more money. I feel like if I'm making a lot of money in music, I can find out a way to have that money make more money, like investing or different things like that. Owning your own company, your own business and stuff like that. That stuff actually helps when you're doing the music. If they give you that $1 million up front and you do have a bad deal, why not invest it into something way different that can get you even more money just in case? You get what I'm saying? That's the smart people. Like, music is not just all about music. The music is the fun part, the I want to do this part. But you got to think, we got to pay bills. We got to eat every single day. So it's like once that rap money is gone, where's the rest of your money at? Use that rap money to make you even more money.
Right.
So, yeah.
Even in basketball, like, let's say you get, like, a freaking 1 year deal and they give you $550 up front or whatever, or they give you your $550 deal. I know there's a minimum now for NBA, how much you can get paid, but, like, those guys, if they're only getting signed for 1 year, are not going to be stupid enough to go blow all that money.
Exactly.
It's like, bro, yeah, in rap and music, it could happen that way too. You could have a hit single. All your other shit could be trash. All your other music could be trash, but you hit that one hit single. Oh, I'm a rapper now. Oh, I'm making money off rap music. Okay, when that song dies down and you can't find another hit to match that last hit, that's where it's like, damn, I should have invested into a business, or I should have found another way. to get supplementary income or some type of income from somewhere else.
Yeah.
You know, like invest in a restaurant or something that can give you again longevity and income for a longer amount of time. So I'm glad, you know, it's good to hear a younger artist talk about that, man. It's actually cool. A lot of artists that are how old are you?
19.
Yeah, man, Jesus, like, you know, you're so fucking young. It's like, bro, you got to have that mindset. I know a lot of people rapping right now that don't know what direction they're going to go in, or they don't even know how to make money off of this. They just know I rap into a microphone, my guy mixes it, we shoot the music video, we put it on YouTube and hope to monetize it. And that's their only goal, monetizing it on YouTube. They don't know how to get income from any of their sources. Talk about that a little bit. What sources can you get if being an artist? Let's just say you're a rapper. Mm-hmm. What streams of income are like can come to your way? Like, what streams of income do you see?
There's multiple incomes. Like, you know, some people's income might not be as much starting out, but like, you know, once you get to that point of your stature where you need to be, the income is like a majority of like streaming. You could put it on like all platforms such as Apple Music, Spotify. Every play is money. You get what I'm saying? So every time they playing your song every single day is money. And the people back in the day, they didn't have streaming platforms. So just imagine if we had a Tupac or Michael Jackson in the streaming era, they would be filthy rich. You get what I'm saying? So it's like you could have streaming. YouTube is also an option, you know, get monetized, get your stuff. Like you can get paid for your videos on YouTube. There's also when they do shows, you can also have different bookings from like different types of people, like events or like somebody's trying to get their clothing brand on and stuff like that. They can have rappers come in and do certain type of events, stuff of that nature. There's also like people paying for features and paying for a verse, stuff like that. It's multiple ways to get money in rapping. You just have to be willing to look for it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, there's so many. Again, like some people get stuck on that one source. Like YouTube is like the big thing. Like, oh, I got 100,000 views on YouTube, but it's like nothing else is. There's no other stream. You're not even on Apple Music. You're not on Spotify. You're not any other streaming services or anything like that. And you're not doing shows and you're not doing little events or anything like that to bring in more money. I used to tell people as like a video director, which primarily I'm a video director. When people like, well, how do you make a living off of it? How do you make a living off music videos? I used to be like, well, I don't just make money off music videos. I literally have to go shoot weddings. I have to go do commercials. I have to do personal projects for people. So I wasn't just shooting music videos to make a living. I literally had to go accompany all these other types of services using the video camera or using photography or just applying my directing skills to somebody's project in order to make money. And just like the same way with an artist, you're not going to make money just off of one thing. You're not going to just make money off streams. You have to go perform. You have to go do personal events. You have to do brand deals and all that stuff to make it all work and to monetize yourself. And you know, people ignore that. But you being so young and figuring this out is awesome. What are your friends? Are your friends? Are they into the same mix? Like, are they trying to become artists? The people you kind of grew up with?
Everybody that I know is trying to be a rapper right now. Like,
damn.
People that I grew up with, like high school, middle school, people that never said nothing to me a day in their life. I promise you, I will go on my phone right now and pull out a stack of people that I've never talked to, say that they claim they know me, that they always knew I rapped. Like, it's like, when they see your success, they want a piece of it. But, like, they were not there before. Every one of them is trying to rap. I promise you. I ain't going to say no names or nothing, but I promise you, majority of them hit me up like, can I get a feature? They think it's free. And it's like, I don't do free features. Like, not no more, at least. Like, if I was, like, before, when I was showing love to people, I might have did it. But right now, it's not free. So they'll be like, can I get a feature? Oh, man, I see you on such, Say Cheese TV. Man, you doing it big. You think you can come to my studio and... It's like, bro, I never even talked to you before. I didn't have a conversation to you. Like,
right.
It's just really like, you can't, everybody's trying to be a rapper nowadays. So.
Yeah. So your parents are cool with the rap. Everybody's cool with you trying to getting into the industry. What's the relationship like with that, and how did it start, and how was it like progressing?
Okay, so rapping came out of the blue. Like, for my family, they did not know I knew how to rap. Like, I came in one day with just some heat, and they was like, what? They ate that up. So then they knew it. It was like, when did you start rapping? And then my mama always told them, they was like, he always been talented. It's just that he got a lot of talents that he didn't express all of them. So, like, I used to be a singer before anything. Like, I used to walk around the house singing Mario all day. Like, I used to always sing. But it's like rapping came from, like, way back in middle school. Like I went to Brace literally. We used to be sitting like at the lunch tables, freestyling every day. Somebody used to come like challenge somebody, be like, man, I'm about to battle you. I'd be like, all right, I'm ready. So I used to come in with my little couple bars, but them couple bars wasn't no ordinary couple bars. Like I was saying some stuff. They was like, yeah. So after that, from future events, like you want me to go like through the whole timeline of how I got to rapping?
Yeah.
Okay, so basically, right after that, after middle school and stuff like that, got into high school, I was going through some type of like changes, like a lot of changes, you know, having somebody in your life every single day, such as like my mother. Her story was that, you know, dealing with certain things that she shouldn't have, you know, got her put in the system. After that, it's like I was forced to move with my dad, you know. We grew from there and our bond is way closer now, but it's like from before, it's like going to somebody that you weren't around every single day. It's like, how do I stay here? How do I do this? Changing schools. I was going through all this stuff, worrying about my mom's every single day. My sister gone, you know, that stuff takes a toll on you. Eventually, I used to think about this stuff constantly in high school, every day. What am I going to do with my own life? You get what I'm saying? Because now it's like everybody gone. I was living with them. Everything seemed to breeze when everybody's around you. But when you really get by yourself, it's like you really in a hole, like I got to get out. Over time, I tried to express myself a lot, but I couldn't talk much to certain people because they wouldn't understand unless they were you. You know what I'm saying? So I started putting it on paper, like really like poetry sort of like, or just writing it out. The words started to look like music, you get what I'm saying, in my head. And you know, I listened to a lot of music growing up. So it's like listening to music, I could hear beats on what I was writing. Eventually I started turning those things into music and it turned into something like really good. Like for my first song, it was like excellent. So then I used to call my mom, you know, I used to call her up on the jail phone. She used to be like crying every single time I played her the song. She'd be like, oh my God, this is amazing. I never thought like, Javen, you really can rap. And I'm like, man, it's like. So after that, I really just took it serious after that. I started showing on my family, my music friends, you know, I started actually making it a thing. So once I heard my voice on the actual studio, it came out like perfect. I was at the White House studio. I don't know if you're familiar with that, but the White House, it's like a couple people there. It's like Nutty is there. My cousin Jay Real was actually the person that brought me into the studio. Jay Real on the track. He brought me into the studio and I recorded my first track. And when my mama heard it, she went crazy. You know what I'm saying? My dad was real supportive because he helped me get to these places and actually like strive me to like actually get there. You know what I'm saying? So my dad was one of those people that he was always influencing me to do better and do more. And he would always talk to me every single day if something was wrong. He would try to get me to like actually know things about the choices I was making in life. The things that he would say, like the choices that you make in life determine your outcomes. You know what I'm saying? So started moving a little smarter because I went through a lot in even high school learning who I was. So the music stuff just started blowing. I started posting it on Instagram first. Once I was snippeted, people that like I didn't even know was watching me be like, dude, this is nice. Eventually I started practicing more. I started doing different events. I started shooting music videos. After that, everything was just history. Like they really started messing with my music. So at that, you know, everybody starting to see it. Family, far family, you know, calling me like, I seen you on YouTube. I seen you on such and such, such and such. That's a good feeling though. Like when you could get a call and be like, man, they actually like this. You get what I'm saying? Like
100%, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So was your mom like your main influence growing up?
Growing up, I lived with my mom majority of the time. My dad, I came and seen my dad, but as much as I seen my mom, I was always around her, like always on her hip. So it was like she was a big part in my life. So like when you lose that, it's like where do you go from then if that was your guidance? You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I found that in my dad. Eventually, like, you know, getting older, I was like more of a teenager, and growing up I had to learn different responsibilities, like how to move by myself. So that's what like really got me there.
Right. Did your mom ever? Is your mom like back home now, or like?
Yeah, she's back home right now. She about to be watching this right after this is over. Cry again. So yeah, she back home.
What made the relationship so close with your mother?
If you ever just like, that's the person that birthed you. So it's like at the end of the day, you always gonna have some type of connection to your mother, regardless if they're not in your life or is. You gonna want to find out what your mother looks like, who she is. So my mom being in my life and always being there for me, always had my back with anything. When it came to anything I needed or anything I wanted to do, she was on it. Like when I played basketball, she made sure I got to them practices. She made sure I had the clothes. She made sure that I was prepped up before time. In school, she made sure that I always had a way to school. I had good clothes to wear, so she didn't want people to talk about me. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, that's stuff that a parent does to make sure their child is straight. So at that, she just made sure I had and was what I was today.
Yeah, and then obviously having to, so she was like, she was incarcerated, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
So like, how tough was that whole arrangement and like going through that?
That was one of the toughest times in my life. Like, that was probably at the age of 19, I can honestly say that right there changed a lot for my perception. As a child growing up into a teenager, that changed my whole perception of like really life in general, how something could be so well put together and break that fast. Like, they dropped the plate on the floor. It's like you try to pick that plate up and put it back together. You could tape it, you can glue it, but at the end of the day, that crack is still always going to be in that plate. You get what I'm saying? So that's what I had to learn growing up. You know what I'm saying? That happy home that I had was switched that fast. My life changed that fast.
Right.
So it kept me on my toes. Like, my mom being gone, that was one of the hardest things I had to deal with. Because, talking to somebody every single day through a phone that you got to put money on every single day and stuff like that, and that stuff get hard, so you just got to take it with a grain of salt and like really, like, you got to pray, like, for real, because it get bad out here.
Yeah, 100%. Growing up, were you like, did you grow up like in the kind of like the hood area, or like were you
I grew
outside
up
of
in
it?
Both. Like, I was pretty much everywhere. Like, I was on, like, let's say 7 Mile, then I was going to Southfield, I was going back, like, I was everywhere for real. So I had an experience of the burbs and the hood. I was born and raised in the hood, but it's like I had different aspects of life to see how it is in different places. So yeah.
The obviously growing up in the streets, I mean, I've no only perception from what my friends talk to me about, and I used to work on like McNichols for like 8 years. I worked at the liquor store, whatever the hell, and look, man, like even when I was just there, everything just felt tough. It just felt tough. It never felt easy. I'll never forget this one time. I was locking up the liquor store with my uncle. I was like 14 or something. I was locking up the liquor store and I go outside and this guy literally rode up on a bicycle. I don't know how he was doing it, but he was holding 2 tire wheels on the side of his bike while riding his bike. I don't know how he was doing that shit. And he's like, he looked at me and he looked at me. He's like, yo, you need some tires? And I'm like, nah, bro, I don't need. But like, I remember that moment changed my life because I was like, damn, bro, like this motherfucker rode on a bicycle to try to sell me tires. Like, that's how bad that's where your life got, bro. Like, damn, all just little moments I would just witness, and then being around my friends all the time in the streets and everything, and just seeing like how things would happen. I'd always be so like, I couldn't imagine like going through it like on a day-to-day basis, like just the struggle of it. So growing up for you, did everything feel normal? Like, how did it feel going through tough times? And then obviously you went to the suburbs and kind of got more like, got to relax a little bit.
Yeah. I'm not gonna sit here and say my life ever settled down, because like I said, my life was real on and off. We would go from Christmas days to full presents to hell on earth. Like, it was really like that. Like, being like, you say, like, when people say the hood, the trenches and stuff like that, I look at it as a normal place, but it's like it get wild there. So it's like, I don't even like going to the gas station like too late. I don't even like going certain places. I don't even like to pull in straight. I gotta bag in, because I think that somebody, obviously, like, wherever I go, I'm an artist now, so I think somebody constantly looking. I drove down 7 Mile. I seen somebody playing my song. I promise you, this is like early on when like I started to see my success growing a little bit. Driving down the street, I pull up at a light. I'm listening to Uknosmooth, because that's the only person I listen to. But then I get to the light and I stop. I'm like, number one. I look over. I said, I'm not even playing that song. So then I turn.
How you doing, brother?
Oh yeah. Okay, so I'm at the light. I stop. I'm playing my music, and I hear some music of my own. And it's like, I'm not playing that. Song start off number one. I'm like, oh yeah, that's me. I look over. Dude over here, number one, he vibing. Like, I promise you, he going crazy. He at the light just jamming. I look over, he look at me, he talking about, he rolled his window down. He said, you know Smooth. I said, yeah, that's me. He was like, man, this song hard. Blazed off, just took off, said number one. I ain't speak to him ever again. Like, I'm like, but that's crazy for me, because it's like, I really just heard somebody playing my song and I didn't go tell them like, hey bro, go listen to this right now while you on the street. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right
he
on.
actually just played it. So
Right
that's
on.
crazy to me. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, of course, man. Always getting some type of notoriety or anybody listening or being entertained by your content is always going to be the best feeling, man.
Yeah.
Especially when you're younger and you're coming up in the game. And you know, if you don't promote, how often do you promote yourself?
I promote myself 24/7. Like, whether it's an Instagram promotion, whether it's like a person that's promoting your page, like more successful pages such as like VLive. I do promotions with VLive, things of
Okay.
that nature. So it's like when you do promotions and stuff like that, it gets your name further places because those people that's watching them could be watching you. If your music is like really that, get those people engaged. Sometimes it takes a little bit of like money, but that's when you get that part time and you get some money for it and stuff like that and put it into your music. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's how you promote yourself. Get them people to hear you. You got to do something to get them to hear you. They ain't just gonna listen just because. It's a bunch of sweet rappers out here. It's a bunch of cold rappers, but not all of them make it though.
Yeah, you really got to think about that too, because if you look at like the major platforms in Detroit for music, you got like Detroit Rap News, VLive, you can promote yourself there. You got all these public figures that will promote your stuff on their page, right? So there's a lot of platforms in Detroit to promote your music on, and even outside of Detroit. If you really pay attention to these platforms, they're not really posting more than 8 songs to 10 songs a day. Sometimes they do, but really it's like 8 to 10 people are really paying to get promoted per day. Yeah, I know there's 1,000 rappers out there trying to make it in Detroit, but if you really think about it, how many of them are actually promoting themselves on these major platforms? So the competition isn't really that crazy as far as marketing yourself. It's not like they're posting 1,000 artists per second. It's literally like once every hour, maybe twice every hour they're posting. So you put enough money a week or a month, you're going to be in competition with those other artists, and you're going to be promoted just like them and getting the same viewership as them. So a lot of artists getting scared, like, oh, how do I make it in the scene? How do I make it in the industry? The competition's so stiff. Not really, bro. If you really look at the platforms, again, it's only like 10 people getting promoted a day on each platform. So it's good to utilize those platforms. It costs money. Here's the thing. So like, let's say a platform's charging you $200. Yeah, how much is that if you promote twice a month? That's $400. That could be half your rent, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's what makes rapping so hard because it really do cost money sometimes. You got to come out of pocket for that stuff. Like if you don't got a good support system or you ain't working and stuff like that, it's hard to be a rapper because there's certain stuff that you need to do to actually like really make it. It's not free to be and it's not free to live. You know what I'm saying? So why would it be free to just be a rapper?
Yeah.
So it's like you got to come up with that type of money. That's why people like you never want to stir away from taking all your time away from your craft because then if you got a full-fledged job every day throughout the week, it's like, when do you have time to make music?
Yeah.
You got to find something where you can balance it. Like, all right, this one I can do my music in the morning, such. My job come up, such. That means that you can balance out when you do music and work because you got to pay for certain stuff. Those promotions, the videos, the studio time, the outfits. You get what I'm saying? Like that stuff costs money.
Yeah.
So yeah.
How much do you think an artist can spend a week to maintain that artist feel? Yeah. To be constantly promoting yourself and look like an artist, feel like an artist, and obviously promote yourself like an artist.
It get kind of expensive, but it's like if you really like play it right, like some people just be trying to get all designer clothes all the time. Like me, I'll buy something like if I'm going to like a good event or something like that, I'll buy something real nice. But it's like if I'm just going to like the studio or I'm doing such, just taking certain pictures, you don't have to always buy the latest designer. You could just get something that look cool. You feel what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure I don't even know what this is, but it say fuck love on it. So I like the shirt. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, I'll wear that. I like 12s. You know, they cost a little bit. They ain't that much, but I'm saying like I'll buy that. But if I want to go to like an event, I'll probably spend it on some expensive clothes when I want to look a certain way. You ain't always got to waste your money on clothes. Another thing, promoting yourself is a good thing, but it could become a bad thing if you're wasting all your checks on promoting yourself when in reality, sometimes you need to get your music done. You promoting one song 50 times, but you don't have nothing else to account for. They looking at your page, you got this one thing. I'm gone. You get what I'm saying? You ain't got nothing to offer me. So at that, it just becomes, you got to use your money wisely. I say like couple promotions, you know, get you an outfit that, because a lot of people don't even like wearing their outfits again. Me personally, I'm going to wear it 1,000 times if I bought it and rewash it and wear it again. You get what I'm saying? Because I bought it. You feel what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's like, stop worrying about what other people thinking about you. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Too many people worry about what other people was talking about. Oh man, they gonna think that I wore this too many times. I'm gonna wear it again, and I hope you like it the second time, but I'm going to wear it.
The thing is, so if you're basing it off Instagram or social media, the only reason I agree with changing the outfit is because essentially if you're wearing the same outfit to two different events on two different days, people might mistakenly take that for the same time. And so that time is an experience in that person's mind. Let's say you were at a major event and people could feel that picture. Like they feel the event, they feel you in the picture, they feel all the essence of it. And then on another day, you're wearing the same exact outfit. Then people might associate it with that exact same time. So they're not going to engage with that. Now, that's just talking about social media. You know what I'm saying? So that's the psychology behind why people change their
Oh
fit
yeah,
so
like
often.
yeah, like don't get me wrong. Don't wear the same outfit to every event. Of course, you're not supposed to do that because most people like when they see you, they know you sometimes by what you're wearing. Like if I don't know somebody, I'd be like, man, dude over there that had like 50 chains on. Like you get what I'm saying? That's what they know you for. But I'm saying like your outfit, your appearance, you always want to switch it up. I'm saying don't be scared to wear the same thing sometimes because a lot of people feel as if they have to get the latest gear every event, every time. That's not the case. You get what I'm saying?
Right
You
on.
don't always have to do that.
Yeah. If I could break down the numbers, I would say this. So for an average starting number, I know there are people shooting music videos for $350, right? I know you can get in a studio and pay $50 an hour to record a song. So let's just say right there that's $400 for a music video and a song. You just paid $400. Okay. That's like the basics of the bottom of the bottom, right? Then you got to promote it. That's another $100 minimum. So let's say now you're at $500. What else would you have to do? Let's say your outfit for the music video costs $100. That's like $600. Let's say there's props or models or anything you need for the music video. That's $700 total. So a music video costs you $350. So let me reset that. A music video costs you $350. 1 hour in the studio costs you $50. Promoting it costs $100, and the clothes and everything and the models or props, whatever, for the music video total, you're gonna be looking at $600 per thing that you put out there, right? Essentially, that's at the base level. At the base level, yeah. So at the base level, every artist you're paying $600 per release. Now, when you get to the higher statures and you have to start putting out production quality, we're gonna double that now. So now you're looking at $1,200 per production and per post. And then you get higher again, you're gonna double that number, and it just keeps doubling and doubling. The higher you get, the more money you're gonna be spending on your production and your post. So that's where it can get expensive for artists. I think energy is a huge thing for artists. I think if you look at some of these artists right now that are succeeding, it's because they get to perform at clubs, at nightclubs. They're getting paid to perform at nightclubs. The only way you're going to get paid to perform at a nightclub is if you bring people in and your energy is so insane that people are just attracted to coming for you alone. Yeah, I'm at the strip club watching him perform, so it's a double. First of all, I'm at a strip club, which I was going to go there anyway, and this guy's going to be there that I want to see, so they're more than likely going to come see you. So being too mellow tone or being too under the radar as far as how vibrant you are as an artist is going to make it for less income as far as how am I going to pay for my bills as an artist right now? How am I going to make it? How am I going to pay for my bills as a rapper without working a job at the same time? Which way would you rather go as far as, in your opinion, which way would you rather go? Getting a regular 9 to 5 and then working on music after, like you said, or would you think it's like try to find any ways to make money as a young artist as possible and then move on from there?
I feel as if do whatever is gonna make you grounded, because a lot of people try to go towards. I'm not gonna preach nothing illegal on here. You get what I'm saying? So some people do certain things that might not be legal to make money. You get what I'm saying? So that's them. That's one section you can't really preach about because you don't know what they're doing. So I gotta cut that right here. As far as a 9 to 5, there's nothing wrong with having a job and working a music career. You get what I'm saying? But it does become hectic. Like, let's say if somebody call you for an event and you can't come that day because you have to work. You have to find somewhere where you can work that could be flexible with your schedule. You get what I'm saying? Like, find something, instead of getting an actual job, find like an under the table job. You get what I'm saying? Something that somebody would just pay you on hand. Then at that, it's like you could still make the money, be an artist, things of that nature. I feel like right now, everybody was getting money. There is no way you didn't touch any money this year. All this money going around, you had to touch something. Unemployment going around, I already know they was getting those checks. That right there should have been a main liftoff. You get what I'm saying? So
Right.
it's always something to do out here.
Yeah, and I really like that. I really like that approach. You can work the 9 to 5, just find a job that's, flexible with your artistry, especially if you work at like a mom and pop's place and they understand your grind, they understand what your goal is. You're more than likely that they're gonna be cool with you leaving early or having to cancel or whatever the fuck you got to do. Yeah, man. I mean, I think that honestly, if I'm an artist right now, I'm a delivery driver, bitch. I'm definitely gonna be a pizza delivery boy because even if you get fired from that bitch because you canceled to go to a show, you can go get hired at another pizza delivery place like right the fuck after that. You just tell me, hey, bitch, I delivered at Jet's Pizza. I'm going to Domino's now. They're gonna hire you right away anyway, so you're straight. So finding flexible hours and stuff like that. Where does the message and meanings come behind all your music? Who's making that noise? Who's making all? You're killing me. Who is that? Girl, time. What's it called? Where does the meaning and message come behind all your music?
Life experiences. I feel as if whatever I go through in life or whatever is going on, I feel like I always talk about something I can relate to. I feel as if I also use different type of music as inspiration for my music. So when I say life experiences, I mean the stuff I see every single day go through. I always put that in my music so people can relate to it, because I feel like people from my city or anywhere else, they can relate to how they was struggling. They can relate to how they came up. They can relate to how hard it was to get the rent due. They can relate to how hard they came up. You get what I'm saying? That's stuff that people want to talk about. Regardless of how it's said or how you say it, that's how they going to relate. Second thing, I always look for different type of music. Like, a lot of people only listen to rap music. The way I come up with so much songs that sound different is because I can listen to R&B. I actually like to listen to gospel music sometimes. Like, I like to listen to, like, sometimes country songs. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, that's stuff that you incorporate into your music because you can switch it up. I got, like, so many ideas for different songs and remixes and stuff like that. It's when you think outside the box that makes it work. You get what I'm saying? So, that as well. And success is one thing that I just need, because it's like, failing is something I don't want to see. So that drives me even more to push my dreams or what I want to do in life. So I don't want to fail for real.
Are there any milestones that you can consider right now as far as your artistry?
Milestone. I don't really have any milestones, but when you know you made it, you made it. Like, but I do feel as if it's a couple, like, maybe artists I want to collab with, maybe certain events that I want to be at, or like I actually want to get like my songs played on like a big time radio station. I've had it on a radio station before, but I wanted like something that I listen to more than like a movie, something like that. I want to hear it somewhere else. I want to make it bigger than that when it comes to the music. I want to be able to preach messages in my music to people that really can't voice themselves. Because if they listen to me say it, it's like they basically like putting it out for everybody else to listen to, and I'm helping other people with my music. So I could be a voice, you know what I'm saying? So my milestone is really just up the ranks, really. Yeah. I need to be on top. I feel like by at least this year or next year, I see myself on like XXL, something like that, like thinking bigger than right here in the city. Yeah. I want to be bigger than my city. I want to be one of the best artists to ever live. Like,
is there any moments that stand out so far, or anything that you feel like is an accomplishment so far?
My biggest accomplishment. I didn't even think about that, and that's a good question. My biggest accomplishment was probably seeing my music like actually do numbers. Like, I felt like my first milestones for like music in general was just to see my music grow. I started seeing monthly viewers and people that would subscribe to my stuff. Like, that was really all the success I needed for me to actually feel like, okay, he got something. Me actually performing in front of a crowd and they liking it, like they're turning up to my music and don't know a thing about me. That's right there is like, man, that hit home for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
yeah, because they say like if 500 people fuck with you, then you can always multiply that. You know what I'm saying?
Especially when you got like family, like friends, anything like that, people that's close to you, you always want to engage with your people. A lot of people get like, all right, when I do music, people following me, they look at it as people be trying to show love to them and they don't respond. Me personally, I take time out of my day to look at everybody and what they're saying, because if you conversate with those people and they like, man, I love your music, you like, man, thank you, it means a lot to me, stuff like that, and y'all have a conversation, those are the people that stick around.
Yeah.
So that's why you see, like, you know, you can go on somebody's page, you can see like some views but not see as much comments. My comments be more lit up because it's actually people liking the music and saying something. You get what I'm saying? Because you made an interaction with those people. The people that just gonna like and move on is the people that just follow you, tried to like say, oh man, I like your music, but you didn't say nothing back.
Yeah. And I think it's like a misconception too. A lot of people, they don't respond to comments or engage with their fans because they want to feel that larger than life feeling with their audience. But you have to remember, social media is a grounds for finding an artist and interacting with them. And you'll post something on social media, ignore your fans, and move on. But remember that in the 90s, when somebody was performing, they were shaking their hands with the fans and the audience members after the show. They were engaging with the fans and the audience members after the show. So think of social media as your open mic night or as your stage performance. When you posted something on there, it's just like if you're an artist at a club and you're performing and then people want to talk to you after. It's the same exact concept. So it's not cool not to talk to your audience, because everybody in the 90s and 80s and 70s and even 2000s were doing it, and they still do it. When you perform a show, you're talking to the people after, unless you're super mega famous, obviously. Comedians especially, like I used to work at a comedy club. A comedian would destroy a set. Destroy it. Like you'd kill. Like you'd make everybody cry laughing, come off stage, start shaking everybody's thanks for coming, engage, talk, have conversations, and bounce. So it's the same thing with social media. You make a post, everybody fucks with it, you respond to them. So right now, as far as where you're at, what plans do you have with your music? What are you looking to accomplish? What's the next big goal for you?
Finish school for my music to learn the business side of it is goal one. I say as far as that. Second, to push myself on a more broader platform instead of just being here with my music. I look to travel more and start using my music, them QR codes that you can hop on right now and actually print them up. You could do it off your iPhone. Start dishing those out in different places instead of just being here. I start to like actually move into a different environment probably for my music and get somewhere where most of my music is, because most of my fan base doesn't even come from Detroit. Most of my fan base comes from like Cali and stuff like that. Those are people that's really listening. So it's like I want to branch off from the city. I love my city, but once you're in the city for so long, it's like you have to go somewhere else. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So as far as that, and for my music, I plan on taking a turn for everything that I have going. Meaning, I really want to be full-fledged into everything that I'm doing. Like have hands-on for everything I'm doing. I already collect all my streams, royalties, and things of that nature. I release all my music. I make sure that I pay for everything that I do and stuff like that. But I want to make sure that I have everything set in line for me to coast right to the top, because a lot of people don't have that back end to where it's like you'll fall instantly when you don't know, oh, I should have had this, I should have had that, I should have had this.
Right.
Yeah.
My only fear, obviously, and you probably are aware, but like just making sure that you're constantly producing content, even though you are delegating the business end, right? Because a lot of people get caught up in the business end so much they actually forget to make the material and the content. They'll focus so much like, oh, I got to get the business plans now because we need to monetize this. We need to make money off this. Everybody needs to know I'm a brand. Everybody needs to know we're selling shirts and all this stuff. And you forget, like, hey, the reason people are fucking with you in the first place is because they enjoy the content you were creating, the music you were creating, or whatever vibe you're bringing them, or whatever connection you're giving to your audience is the reason that the brand and the business side of things even end up working. And people will plan and plan and plan and plan all day while somebody else is creating content constantly and connecting with people. That person who's constantly moving in motion is going to beat the guy that's sitting there planning all day. You know what I'm saying? That's like a famous quote. The guy who's planning all day will get circled around by the guy who's creating all day and moving forward. So a lot of people get caught up in that. I got caught up in that. One time this is crazy. One time I was so in my mind, I was so caught up with the idea of what my business name would be. A long time ago, this was like 8 years ago. I was so caught up in what I was going to name my business that I literally stopped everything else. I stopped shooting. I stopped progressing. I stopped creating strategies and plans. I stopped everything because I was so focused on what am I going to name my business. Instead of just fucking moving forward and creating content and creating connections, I was like, what's the name of the business going to be? So that can happen to so many people. And I think it's a distraction too. I think when you get too caught up in the business side of things, it can become a distraction from the real purpose, which is creating the content, right? So as long as you're aware of that, obviously, and people watching this, just be aware of that. The content comes first. And then you got motherfuckers trying to sell shit to you as a rapper, right? So a rapper will come up to you and be like, yo, buy my t-shirts, bro. And they'll keep putting out their t-shirts on their page and just posting t-shirts and little jewelry or little things you can buy from them. It's like, bro, what happened to your music? I'm not going to buy your fucking t-shirt if I don't fuck with you, or if I don't fuck with your movement. If I don't fuck with your movement, I'm not going to buy your t-shirt. Stop trying to sell me your fucking t-shirt and start making music and start producing content and start building a connection with your fucking audience, bro. You're out here selling t-shirts that has no meaning behind it, bro, besides 3 fucking letters in it, instead of fucking putting out shit that we want to connect with you about, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's another huge mistake. Artists are trying to sell merchandise instead of making fucking music. It's like, this isn't a fucking charity, bro. I'm not gonna pay you money because you said that you're making t-shirts now. This ain't a fucking, that's called being a charity case. You're selling t-shirts with nothing behind it, nothing behind it. That's called being a charity case. So the business end of things comes together with the content. It's like locked in like this. They come together. If you do it the right way, you'll become a successful artist. Have you considered hiring a manager or anything like that?
I did. I feel as if right now where my career stands, I feel like I'm fine for where I'm at, but that's the part of the, like you said, my goals as far as music. I do want to have a manager of my own. I'm not managed by anybody but myself because I feel as if everything that I'm touching right now, I can manage. But
smart.
But at the end of the day, it's like, you know, I'm going to need that eventually. When stuff gets piled up, when those books get high, like real high, you have to have somebody helping you like flip those pages a little bit because you're going to get tired eventually of like everything show, this, that, and you're the only person doing it.
Yeah.
You need a team. You cannot make it in this world without at least a team because doing it with just you, you'll never make it.
Yeah, yeah. How do you have somebody you trust to take care of that? Because management side's all about trust.
Right now, I need somebody that's willing to actually learn because a lot of people think they might know things or like they might think as if, oh, I can do it, but you really have to know that you can. So like anybody that can manage me has to know what they're doing. Because if I know more than the person that's, like, you know what I'm saying, that's a bad thing. So anybody that I can have touch anything or like, all right, I trust you to release this or I trust you to put a backing behind this project that I got coming up, they really have to know. I have to know myself they're going to do the best they can.
Right on.
So.
You got to look at like what happened to Selena, goddamn it. You know what happened to Selena? Come on, man. Yeah. But think about it like this, bro. Like, yeah, the manager can know everything about the business side of it, but do you trust that motherfucker? Your manager can know literally the ins and outs of the fucking industry, can know how to monetize you and make you so much money and so many connections, but do you trust that motherfucker? At the end of the day, are they going to do some hoe shit to you? Are they going to set you up? Are they going to be stealing money out the back end? There's so many things that can go wrong if you don't trust somebody that's working with you. Even when they build any type of major corporation or company, it's not the person that knows the most that makes it to the top and gets to bond with the owner. It's the person that owner trusts the most that's going to lock in with the owner. So for you and any artists out there, remember that trust is number one. And personality will always outweigh your technical ability. So hire somebody that you trust and has a great personality and that you can stand to be around, you know what I'm saying, versus somebody who claims they know how to make you $1 million. I remember this one time this dude called me. Dog, this is like 10 years ago. This dude called me. My name was like kind of sparking for some reason. I forget why. He called me. He's like, he called me on some gangster shit. He was like, yo, don't talk, bro. Don't talk. I'm like, what? He's like, don't say nothing. Just listen to me, bro. I'm like, okay. I can make you rich, bro. I said, okay. Don't talk, bro. I can make you rich. I can make you the richest motherfucker ever if you just listen to me. I work with Drake. I work with Usher. I work with Rihanna. He's telling me all this shit, talking. He's telling me all these crazy things. Bro, I go to meet this guy. He's wearing like a skin fur coat and shit. He looked like he came out of like the 70s and shit. He smelled like Hennessy. And I go to meet him. I'm like, all right, what's up, bro? What's going on? He's like, listen, I'm gonna have you sell this new oil that I'm making. It's like this perfume oil. It's like nobody's ever. I said, bitch, hey man, you put up this whole front about how you're about to make me rich, and then I come meet you and you're trying to get me to sell some perfume oil, bitch. Like, people will say the craziest shit to you and tell you all this shit about how they can make you rich and they'll make it look like they're rich and like they got everything together, bro. But then when you actually get to working with them, you realize they're just making money off you. They're gonna find ways to make money off you. Essentially, you can become a chess piece in somebody else's shit. You know what I'm saying? You can become a chess piece in somebody else's shit. That's why trust is always key, bro. Trust is always key. Anybody can tell me they'll make me a millionaire tomorrow, or I'm gonna take you and make you rich as fuck. People throw crazy numbers. I can make you 10 grand a month. Bro, I don't trust you. I don't care how much money you're talking about. If I don't trust you, I don't care how much money you're talking about.
That's number one, because trust is everything. If you can't, Like, I'm a person of, you got to be a person of your word. Like, I got to know that you do these things. I've seen you actually put forth the work for it and actually like had the finished product of it. If you're not trustworthy, it's like, what am I even being around you for? But as an artist, it's a lot of untrustworthy people. That's number one, because I didn't ran into a bunch of people that claim that they was this, claim that they was that. Some people probably like early on in my career, I'm pretty sure a lot of people probably got off on me, like really ran off with like either like my something in my brand, something dealing with my music, money. It could be anything, because people are like scamming, not trustworthy. You get what I'm saying? Make it seem like they this big facade and it's like really nothing. Like, I remember this one guy that verified check as a young artist. You see a check, it's like, man, they might be something. You get what I'm saying? That check is nothing. Like, me as an artist, like really growing, that check means absolutely nothing. You get what I'm saying? But back then, it was like he had a blue check. I'm like, oh yeah, he might make me some money. He took my money. You get what I'm saying? So it was like, at that point, it's like, well, damn, like he had a blue check. I thought he was good, but he was saying like, I worked with artists such as such. They use other names to make their name sound bigger.
Exactly.
And that's the biggest problem, is because once you hear, that's like somebody putting a poster up, right? They selling burgers and fries. You eat burgers and fries at McDonald's, so what? You put Suede, what's her name? Sweetie? Put her on the cover. Now everybody buying McDonald's. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That's the whole push. And that's where a lot of artists get gypped, is because they put a brand over something, like I worked with such, or I have such, and get gypped.
Oh yeah.
How you need to really ask questions, or like really make sure if something sounds off, 1 + 1 is always gonna equal 2.
Oh yeah.
So when it don't, you gotta really look at it like, okay, he's saying I'm getting this, but how could he do this if such? You know what I'm saying?
Always, bro.
That's what you got to think about.
Always. Anytime I talk to somebody and they name drop consistently, that's a huge red flag to me right away. I'm like, all right, bro. Like, I'll get into conversation, and the deeper I get, I'll realize like the less that person really is. It's just coincidence. It's not that you name dropped. It's just that for whatever reason, when I talk to people who name drop, once you get into talking to them more, they become hollow as shit. Like, damn, bro, you really don't do shit. You just talk about other people, and you credit them more because they do that. So yeah, man, just that's like a lesson for all these young artists and people coming into the game. Just watch out for everybody, because the second somebody can use you, they will use you. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I really don't want to say no names, but like, it'd be bigger artists that I've really come in contact with, a lot of bigger artists. But one of these artists, I'm not going to say their name because they know exactly who they are. But in general, you make it seem like you're trying to help somebody and really don't. Like, you get what I'm saying? Leading people on. I didn't got into it with this person over messaging. It was like squashing everything like that. This certain person, I'm not going to say, but at the end of the day, they was telling me like, you know what? You could be bigger than everything. You get what I'm saying? Like, and they were honestly telling me these things. But it's like that engagement part wasn't there, because it's like, all right, now that I'm trying to like hit you up about stuff, you leave. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, what's the point of trying to, okay, man, you're going to be great. You got this, you got that, boom, and then not say another word. You get what I'm saying? And it's not even on no bad blood type stuff, because it's all love for me. I swear, like, I never got into it with people because I just feel like, what's the point of arguing with you? You get what I'm saying? But when we squashed everything was good. It still is good. But it's just like, that just lets me know what type of time you want.
Oh, yeah.
Regardless of how much time you have, you could always make time for the things that you want.
Bro, when I was shooting music videos, there was a point where the volume of how many music videos I was shooting was exceptionally higher than other directors, okay? I'm shooting music videos from multiple artists. They always would contact me with different shit. So I remember a time where 2 different artists called me. The first artist called me, he said, yo, I got a feature with Money. No, just Money. I'm not going to say the name of the motherfucker yet. So this motherfucker calls me. He's like, the first artist calls me. He's like, yo, I got a feature with Money. I said, oh, that's crazy that you got a feature with Money, bro. That's crazy. Then he's like, yeah, bro, he's only charging me this much. I said, okay, that's cool. You're only getting charged. Okay, that's cool. He made it like he was so special he was getting a feature with this artist, right? 2 days later, my other artist calls me. Yo, you'll never guess who I just got a feature with, bro. I got a feature with Money. He said he ain't doing no feature with nobody but me, because I'm like, okay. I didn't even tell him. My other boy just told me the same shit. You know what I'm saying? So hung up. I ended up shooting the music video for both those motherfuckers on that feature. So I'm sitting there going like, oh my God, I'm staring at this motherfucker Money, and I'm just like, damn, bro, you really hustled the shit. You made these boys feel like they were special, but really what you're doing is you're just monetizing off them. All right, so a lot of people don't know this. I'm gonna break some game to you, and this might get me in some trouble. And let's say you book a feature with a major artist, okay? You get the verse from them. Let's say he charges you $1,000, okay? He charges you $1,000 for the verse. So you pay that $1,000 for the verse. He goes, I'm going to use my director to shoot the music video, okay? You go, okay, that's cool. You pay him another $500 for the music video. You, rapper, video director, you shoot the music video. You got the song. You're gone. You guys are done. Transaction's over, right? You're waiting months for that music video. Hey, you keep calling him. Hey, where's my music video? Where's my music video? Where's my music video? Oh, bro, the director, I don't know, bro. He's editing it. I don't know what's going on, bro. It looks like he lost it. I don't know what happened. You know why they do that, bro? They do that because they don't want nobody to know they made a song with you. They do that because they don't want nobody to know that they made a song with you. So because this big-ass artist hired their own director, they have the content in their hands. They can delete that shit. They can get rid of that shit if they ever want to. But you paid for the verse and you paid for the video. You're not going to get that video. That track, that's on you to post it, and nobody's going to ever find that shit. So they know. And if you want to back up the proof, go on YouTube and search famous-ass artists from local cities. You'll see a bunch of features like 5, 10, 100 views. The ones that they don't want nobody to ever see or ever figure out about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's the problem, because at the end of the day, it's that simple, because it's something I've always wanted to talk about, but I never felt like I would ever be able to talk about it, which I am now. So it's like, why not? But it's like I ran into a situation before, and it was like they was preaching that I could put you on this mixtape, and this is the number one thing. You get what I'm saying? Everybody goes through this at some point when they start rapping.
Yeah.
I want to put you on this mixtape, da-da-da, it's going to get this, it's going to get that. It only costs such, 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 such. When you hear the word cost, whatever you paying for, 9 times out of 10, you got to be real skeptical, because he's paying you for a mixtape that you want to be on. You get on the mixtape and stuff like that, but he never said where he was going to place the mixtape. You get what I'm saying? And that's where a lot of artists mess up. I'm not going to lie. Like, I feel like I should say names, because I feel like a lot of people are really like getting like drifted off by these people. You get what I'm saying? I want to say names, but it's like, do I really say names though?
It's up to you. You can delete it later if you want.
No, I don't want to delete it, because you feel me? I'm going to say what I had to say. You feel what I'm saying? They got a problem. But
Yeah.
I don't care, man. You feel what I'm saying? So I feel like at the end of the day, it'd be like people saying these little mixtapes and stuff. So like, The Game was one of them. I'm just put it out there, man. You messed up. You did what you did. You got your stuff. Okay. But I'm saying in general, he put out a mixtape thing, and 9 times out of 10, when somebody like that big and you like this big, you get what I'm saying, is obviously something weird, because you down here and he's up there, but he wants you to be on his mixtape for this amount of money. Puts it on. I seen the mixtape. I go and look at the mixtape. I did it before. This was when like I was lower and stuff like that. But me now, I would never get. You get what I'm saying? I know what I'm doing now.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
before, it's like, put it on the mixtape. It said The Game 2. I'm like, so this isn't your main platform. You get what I'm saying? Everybody's thinking when you pay for that money, I'm about to be on The Game mixtape. He got an album for the mixtape. I mean, a playlist for the mixtapes and everything like that. His actual one, but he put it on one that he just made that only got like 1,000 followers. Not everybody in line got gypped just because they didn't really take into account for what they were getting.
Yeah. Break down the step by step of how you came across it and what happened.
Man, this didn't happen with a lot of artists. He was just one of the main ones that it first started out with.
Yeah.
So they mentioned to you that I could put you on a mixtape, right? They just send it to you. I don't know how they find you, but they find a lot of artists. It could be they see your music somewhere, because I got my music posted a couple places. Like Say Cheese was one of the biggest places I got put on and stuff like that. It was at a lot of views. But they'll see your music, they'll DM you or something like that. But I could put you on this mixtape, and it's gonna go crazy. It's gonna do this, such, and it only costs this much. Your head should tell you that you're not that big yet. You get what I'm saying? Unless you really are. You get what I'm saying? And that's the difference. But
so they make it seem like you're special enough to be on the mixtape.
Exactly. They make it seem like you're that good that they should put you on the mixtape. When in reality, they're telling the same thing to millions of people just like you. You get what I'm saying? What makes you think, if The Game is this big and you're this small, what makes you think that you would really be? I'm not saying that you can't be that sweet. You can.
Yeah.
But you just got to take into accountability. He's worth way more. What makes you think that he really just, oh my God, he just wanted to put me on a mixtape?
100%. So let's just say from the beginning, from A, right? So a million of these artists are getting these messages from The Game saying, hey, I want you on my mixtape.
Yeah.
So where does it go from there?
He waits for them to reply. After they reply, he'll tell them that he'll give them all the basics and stuff like that. I could probably look at my phone and go look for it myself. Hold on. I probably still got it.
Oh, you have the email?
I probably still got it. I mean, I probably still got it. Hold on.
I'm not gonna lie, my boy Middle East Side Timo got on that shit too, but I'm gonna cut this part out because I don't want to fuck up his name. But my boy Timo, he paid to get on the game's mixtape, but when they posted that shit, he made it seem like, yo, me and the game were like this, son.
Man, it
it
really be like before. Yeah, it makes you feel like that, but I had to really grow and realize, okay, if he's not really just supporting you, then like he liked all my pictures on Instagram and everything like that. It was like looking like, oh man, he messing with my stuff. But I know his objective because it's like I'm not even at that point yet in my career to where as if I could be of that stature to get put on a mixtape.
Of course, right.
So like they'll send me the little thing. Hold on, I'm about to go right to it.
Is this from the game's main account?
Of course.
Okay, so everything we do, let's run it through for the audience so that it's very linear.
Yeah, I'm not trying to like listen because a lot of people be like, man, you over here saying stuff. Everybody got this same. No, I'm saying it's been posted and everything like that. And everybody got this same DM, so it's not something I'm reading into no personal stuff. So just letting y'all know.
Yeah, for sure.
Anywho, the DM comes up, he'll tell you like, hey man, I see you putting in the work, da 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 da. That's the go getter right there because now you like, man, the game just said I'm putting in work. You like, all right, bet. But that's where he gets you. So then right after that, he'll tell you he dropping a new project. I'm down to push your sound and stuff like that in a series, da da da. It was called In Game. Right after that, if you're down, I need your hardest track, da 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 da. MP3 at $750 for a spot. $750 to get put on a mixtape. And that's all it take to get somewhere on your level. It's that easy to just jump the ranks to where you at for $750. That sounds amazing. You get what I'm saying? Anybody would think that. So after that, he'll just tell you like, just go ahead and send it. Cash App, Venmo. After you send it and stuff like that, he'll tell you your spot name and stuff like that. Send it to his email. Tell you everything you need. He'll post it, but then after that, it's like once you're on a mixtape, he really don't care no more. Because of course, ain't nobody gonna say nothing next.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying? They'll try to ask you for another mixtape. Like same. I'm about to say a lot of names for a second, but like it's like I don't want to expose these big artists, but it's just like at the end of the day, I know what y'all doing. So it's like just cut it with a lot of people. Like save people to trip into the hardness because people are already out here working for that 750. It's a lot of people out here that only get that 750, and you just took it trying to sell them a dream. Stop doing that. You get what I'm saying? I don't respect people that like try to let me have this and not give them the full experience. If somebody asks me for a feature or they ask me, all right, can I get a feature? Can I get a video? Of course it costs, but at the end of the day, you're gonna get what you're paying for. I'm not gonna walk into the studio and push it out and give you the song back. I'm gonna really go in there and say something and get in your video and turn up with you. You get what I'm saying?
It's kind of weird and embarrassing too, though, because you got to think about it. Like, bro, isn't the game like a multi-millionaire?
And that's what I be trying to get people to realize. If he's so rich, why does he need your 750 for a mixtape? You get what I'm saying? Like, what is that gonna do for him if he's filthy rich? All of it. It makes you think like, where is he really at? You get what I'm saying? No diss to the game. I don't know. I'm not gonna say all that, but it's no diss to the game. But at the end of the day, it's like it really makes a person think like, okay, what is really going on? You get what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's what a lot of artists. You get what I'm saying? It's a lot.
Yeah, I know a guitarist that played this scam where basically he was a famous guitarist, and he said, I'm having a competition or whatever, send your best clip in, and everybody sent their clip in, and like he told everybody that they had won. Like he'd message everybody privately they had won, and he said, I just need your bank account information so I can send you the money. Which is like, bro, like, why would you need my bank account information to send me the money, Jack? And my cousin fell for that shit. But the reason he messaged us before he sent the money, he's like, yeah, bro, I just got to send him my bank account information. And then I'm like, bro, are you fucking... And this goes... You know how smart this dude is? He's so much smarter. He's an engineer. You know how smart my cousin is, bro? I said, bro, I'm supposed to be the stupid one, bro. How the fuck did you fall for somebody asking you for your bank account information?
One thing my pops always told me was that a lot of people is book smart, but a lot of people don't have common sense. And that's where a lot of people that go to school, be in college, they be praising they so smart. But I promise you, test them with something real like that I done grew up in, like how it really is in the street, stuff like that. They'll be brainless. They'll be thinking like, oh man, I just pulled into a spot regularly because I'm just going to the gas station, not knowing that it was It was 3 people over there watching you the whole time. If you haven't been paying attention, they about to get off on you. But if you had bagged in, as soon as you hop in that car, you gone. But now you got to bag out, reverse it, pull it back in. They got you at that point. That's that common sense. Like certain people, like you see the bank account, he like, man, it sound good. All I got to do is send my bank account, bro. You in college, bro. You should have known. Like, hey, bro, your bank account is sacred. You feel what I'm saying? Nobody should be able to get to your bank account but you and whoever, if you got somebody that manage your money that you trust. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If they ask for your bank account information, he got you.
I think my cousin in that moment, just like with the game situation, it's that starstruck moment where it's like, damn, bro, this person. First of all, with your situation, you got to realize the game literally messaged you from his bank account. I mean, from the game literally messaged you from his Instagram.
I'm gonna show you.
Yeah.
Show you a list of them because I'm not gonna say them. But I'm gonna show you a list and just scroll through it and like just see. Some of them was actual love. Like DC Youngfly, shout out to DC Youngfly. He actually messaged me on some real stuff to show me like my songs was hard.
Yeah.
Like it's a couple artists like that. You feel what I'm saying? Me and Luke Hill and stuff like that. Like it was like at first it was shaky because it got off to the wrong start, but eventually you get what I'm saying. It's like those people actually tell you how good you are. You get what I'm saying? Like that's the love. But it's certain people that just like if you go through it. It's just a bunch of people that just like, hey, let's do this, do such, try to scam me. It's a bunch of artists like that.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm gonna show you.
Are they like mostly bot messages? And
No,
stuff
it's
like that?
No, it's not a bot. It's
somebody
actually
there.
it could be actually them or their management. It could actually be them. But at the end of the day, it's just like what they're going for is what they're selling everybody else. You get what I'm saying? Exactly. And it's sometimes I think those people watching you, they found out who you are for a reason. So obviously something drew their attention, but it's like, what are they really trying to gain out of it? Like,
Right.
I'm gonna just show you. You ain't even gotta respond, but
Yeah,
just
yeah,
look.
yeah.
I'm gonna just show you.
Man, what the fuck? What the fuck? I know a lot of these dudes are actually broke, so
And that's the crazy thing.
yeah.
Look, I ain't even show you that one. Let me go to, that's funny you mentioned that. Hold on. Go to this real quick. Give us 1 second. Hold on. Hold on. It's recent. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you feel me?
Yeah, I've seen it. I mean, I know people who do it. Yeah, that one that's tough for young artists, man. They're pretty much just getting starstruck, and they think this is their opportunity when really hey man, we're talking about some controversial shit, G.
Like, listen.
If we go down, we're going down together, son. Like,
I feel like it was need to be said because a lot of these artists, all these people that be trying to preach stuff, don't say the real. Just tell people how it is so people ain't out here really down bad because the people that's hiding all this information, they be scared to say it. I'm not scared to say anything because at the end of the day, I'm not saying nothing. I feel like I put my life in jeopardy, but at the end of the day, I feel like it's something that needed to be said. So stop hiding from all these bigger artists and stuff like that because a lot of these bigger artists don't support y'all, for real, for real. Yeah. A lot of these people in your city might not support you. I support everybody and show everybody love. I promise you. Anybody that hit me up wanting to do stuff, sometimes if I'm not doing it, it's for a certain reason. But most of the time, I show love to everybody. I make sure they get what they accounted for. That's stuff that you do as a real person. You feel what I'm saying? But a lot of these people just really don't. Like a lot of these people that's bigger that start to hate people that be listen, it's a lot of bigger artists that I know that watch my page, and it's so funny because I really know, but they'll really play it like they could be hating or like just basically throwing shade to you because they know how good you can be. You could be bigger than them, but they don't want you to, so they keep you lower. They don't show the love because they don't want you to be bigger than them.
Yeah.
Like really wake up and really realize that you can really be bigger than what you think you are. You just got to get out that headspace of I'm not there yet. You can easily get there with just work. You feel what I'm saying? Just work it off. Because they watching, I promise you, 9 times out of 10, that artist that you think is real low and not doing nothing, it's a bunch of big names watching them. I promise you.
Oh, 100%, man. I know, and I've been around really major artists that will talk about artists that haven't made it yet, but they'll talk so highly, like, oh, that dude's going to blow up. But they will not follow or support or go to the show or do anything to show that they're actually supporting that person. I learned that the hard way, man. I was working for like a wedding videographer, and he was like the biggest wedding videographer in Michigan. And I remember like when I was like thinking about my own shit, like how I'm gonna make it on my own, start my own shit. I remember him always like putting me, like just telling me like crazy shit to make me like not want to do it. He used to just like slip little things like oh. And so when I quit, I was like, and when I run my own shit, I'm gonna make sure that whoever's with me knows that whatever opportunity they want, that's theirs. Go get it. I'm not gonna sit here. It's like, you know how when somebody has like brings a girl to a party and it's like you tell all your friends, oh, don't talk to this girl because that's my girl. It's like, bro, if you were confident enough with your own shit, you wouldn't have to say nothing, bro. Like, if that girl ends up leaving you for one of your friends or whatever the fuck, that's what happened. That's okay. What's your next move, bitch? Like, why are you trying to stop somebody else's? Yeah, why are you trying to stop somebody else's grind or somebody else's inspiration or whatever the dreams they have because you're worried about losing them? So when I move, yeah, I don't worry about losing nobody, and I don't worry about anything going wrong, bro. I just keep moving forward with this shit.
Because I ain't gonna lie, in where I stay from, Detroit, Michigan, I feel like it's a lot of hating going on. So it's like, why not support y'all people? Like, why is y'all hating on the people that grew up where you grew up at? You get what I'm saying? They come from where you come from. So if anything, we as a city should come together and take over everything else. You get what I'm saying? Why hate on the people that's here? So I feel like at the end of the day, they should really know, like, support y'all people, because that's how we really gonna make it out of here. I'm not saying everybody could win, but at the end of the day, majority of us can, if we just really think about it and be like, man, let's put these people on. Let's start supporting, like you said about the clothing brands. If somebody is serious about their clothing brand, it's different because they putting out their music and supporting their business at the same time. Why not go put on his shirt? Why not go put on their stuff? You get what I'm saying? Because it all comes together. We can be something way bigger. You get what I'm saying? Detroit is already got like some type of wave going on right now. I'm starting to see it because they on every page I can see sometimes. You get what I'm saying? They on right now. But why not use that and get the city on? When they get that little buzz, they gone. Like, you get what I'm saying? They be just gone. I feel like if I get that, I feel like, hey, I'm about to bring a couple people with me. I'm about to show off my city, see what we can really do, start hosting different type of events for lower artists. You get what I'm saying? I don't want no major artists. You know what I'm saying? Even if I'm that big, if I'm the big head honcho, I'm gonna get a bunch of smaller artists and show these big artists that, hey, they cold. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. Get them out there. You feel what I'm saying? That's the love, and that's how you collect your blessings, all the other stuff. You get what I'm saying?
100%.
That matters.
Well, so if to kind of be the devil's advocate to some degree, with what you're saying, you're basically saying, why don't these artists who have the platform, who have the reach, bring up the younger guys and help give other people exposure? Why don't you put other people on, right? So you got to think about it. One of the key reasons is because they don't want to work harder. So the major artist doesn't want to have to work harder. He wants to stay where he's at comfortably. If he starts bringing up other people around him that could compete with him, he's going to have to work harder now. But he doesn't want to work harder. He wants to stay where he's at. He wants to chill where he's at. He wants to hover in that, in that plateau or whatever. And that way, everybody else stays beneath. If I start bringing up people who can compete with me, now I got to work harder to outshine them, because we're not. You could all chill in the same level playing field, but like somebody's gonna go a little bit lower and somebody's gonna go a little bit higher.
Of course, speaking to like being realistic, of course, everybody can't make it. Everybody can't really get there. Sometimes it's really about who worked the hardest and who knows you. You get what I'm saying? It's mostly about your name, but I feel like what you just said, when it comes to those artists wanting to sit on that playing field and not really wanting the artist so they ain't got to work harder and stuff like that, I feel like it's a way to do it. You get what I'm saying? It don't even got to be putting somebody on, but you could just give them the push. You get what I'm saying? Sometimes a message could help. Anything can help. You don't even have to put everybody on, but at the end of the day, it's the love that you show. Some of these artists are on that pedestal, and I guess I could just be a different breed. But I feel like me, whatever pedestal I'm on, it's always room to help. Or, you get what I'm saying? The people that helped you get there, right? Yeah. They leave those people in the dust. What about those people that helped you get to that place? I know it's a couple people that was really solid, supporting my stuff every day, sharing it, doing all this other stuff. Those are the people that you keep in the back of your mind, because one day when you get there, you like, all right, I got you.
Yeah.
Those people that be on that pedestal sometimes just dip and don't think about it.
It's a sickness for sure. I think it's a sickness. I remember when I was growing up, I used to watch a lot of like shows and movies, and like even there was an episode of the Wayans brothers. Did you ever watch that show? Yeah, the Wayans brothers, there's this one particular episode where basically Sean is trying to move up in this company. It's like a lingo company. They come up with lingos for products. And he comes up with like a really great lingo for one of his products, and he gives it to the guy above him. He says, "Yo, man, I got this great idea." He shows it to him. He goes, "Oh, okay, great." So that dude on the upper takes it to management and tells the idea as if it's his idea, and gives Wayne, Sean, like no credit for his shit. It gives him no credit for coming up with the lingo, and he's just like, "Yo, it's dog eat dog. That's how it works out here." Like, you know what I'm saying? There is no, yo, it was your idea. I got it now, and I'm gonna move forward, and there's nothing you could do to touch me, so it don't matter. And I've went through that myself, where I've been in positions where I knew I was killing it, and my mind went somewhere sick, where it was like, yeah, fuck everybody else. Fuck everybody else. Like, my mind went there. I remember my mind going there. My mind's like, fuck everybody else. Like, fuck everybody else. Like, I'm not going to let anybody get in on this or anybody take this style or let anybody take this or bloom, bloom, bloom. And it was sickness. It's a sickness that comes to most people's mind. They don't want competition. They fear competition. They fear somebody taking over their spot. They fear somebody else's success. It's not because of their ego. It's because they're sick. Literally, you're just sick. The way your mind is set up is just in a way that's negative, and it's not going to lead you anywhere into happiness. When you don't want people to do better than you, or you want to keep people where the hell you think they should be in the lower end of things, that's not because of any other reason, but your mind is just in a sick place, bro. Because what good does it bring you that somebody else is lower than you? What good does it bring you or them that they're lower than you, or you think they're lower than you, or they're in a position that you could help them to get better? Or even if you see them succeeding on their own and you get mad or you get jealous or you get angry or you don't want it to happen, that's a sickness on your end, bro. There's nothing cool about hoping somebody else fails or hoping somebody doesn't do better. And we're all guilty of it. I hate when people say, oh, I ain't a hater. Bro, everybody hates. It's a natural instinct to hate, but you got to be conscious of it and correct it.
It's like, it's not even just like hating, but everybody has that thought in the back of their mind, like, dang, that could be me. And everybody has that feeling, or like, you get what I'm saying? Sometimes you get that feeling like, dang, am I doing enough because they hear you? Everybody has that feeling, or jealous. Some people actually get mad over it and stuff like that. As much as I show love, I've never been the one to really judge somebody based on what they have. I never like been, oh, I don't like them because they got such. But it does get that feeling in the back of your mind where it's like, dang, they might, you get what I'm saying? I might want to do better than them, not because they doing better than me. Yeah. But it's like, you shouldn't think like that. You should just want to do your own thing and get to where you need to be.
Yeah.
But
it's just about a conscious switch in your mind, right? So instinctively, when you see somebody doing better than you, automatically your brain goes, oh, fuck that motherfucker, or whatever it goes to.
I do that a lot. I be like, I ain't gonna lie. When I look at people's stuff, I just be like, man, I be like, man, fuck you. I'll do better. Like, not for real. I'd be like, man, hell no, I could do better than that. I'm just that type of person. In my mind, I'd be like, man, I'm better than all these niggas. Like, that's how I feel, because it's like the shit that I know I'm capable of, I done did. And I can actually sound like, I be looking at all these other artists like, bro, they really can't fucking touch me. Like, if I was to really get to that point where they at, it's like, you can't fucking touch me, you feel what I'm saying? Because I can really outdo you given the chance. Yeah. But it's like, that's how much you have to work for to get there. You get what I'm saying? To prove that. 100%. And once you get there, don't blow that shot once you get there. Because you get what I'm saying? All that built up, okay, I can do this, I can do that, or man, fuck them. You get what I'm saying? Could bite you in the long run. Because what if that person you said fuck you to is really the person that really should be putting you on right now? They got the one thing in your hands that's keeping you from succeeding. You get what I'm saying? That's why you always got to watch who you talk about or talk to. You get what I'm saying? Because that could be the person that puts you on.
And I do agree with that approach, like, but I still feel it's agenda set, right? Because it's like, okay, I'm not going to talk down or fucking do anything to disrespect this person because they could help me in the future.
That makes you like a peasant, a pet. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, you don't want to be that. But you also want to be like, because that attitude or that arrogance or something like that could really put you at a standstill.
Well, look, this is what I do now. This is what I started doing. Whenever I have a conscious moment, like basically what I just said is this with you, with the agenda written. It's kind of like when people, you know, what bothers me when people say like, oh, treat everybody nice because you never know when you might need them. I'm always like, bro, but like, shouldn't you just be nice anyway? Instead of like thinking like, oh, that you might need something. But for me, it happened not too long ago where anytime my mind would go into hate mode, I would look at somebody, right? I'd be looking at somebody and be like, my mind would go into a hate mode. Like, oh, I hate on this person because they're doing better than me or whatever, right? Then I would just do a conscious switch and I would be like, nah, good shit, bro. Good shit. Like, damn, you're killing it. Good shit, bro. He's killing it. I want to be like that. I want to be killing it just like you. So just make a conscious switch in your head. When you think, oh, this person is doing better than me, don't be a hater about it. Just be like, damn, that's why people motherfucking, oh, don't hate, appreciate. Oh, shit, son. That's where that comes from. I get it now. Yeah, I never understood that. But, like, I started doing that lately. I used to be like, damn, you're killing it. You're killing it. There's a motherfucker I hate on Instagram right now. I fucking hate him. Every time I see him, I hate him. And he's blowing up so fast. I hate his guts. I hate him. And he's done stuff to me that I was like, damn, bro, I hate you for doing that, bro. You are lame as hell for doing that. And I hate him. But I made a conscious switch in my head, and I said, damn, bro, I respect your hustle. I respect your grind. You're killing it right now. I fuck with that, and I want to aspire to kill it just like you're killing it. So it was a conscious switch in my head, even though I hated this motherfucker so much that I had to say, you're killing it. Part of me is being jealous. Part of me is being resentful. Fuck all that. I want to aspire to accomplish what you're accomplishing right now. So it's just about making those decisions in your head. Or else you're just going to be a bitch forever, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're just going to be a bitch.
Hate, like y'all be confusing it with people's actual raw talent or what the work they putting in. How the fuck you hate on somebody that you don't like, right? But then be like they trash or they not working enough when they really are. You get what I'm saying? Set aside the all right, I just don't like you from, okay, I see you doing your thing. Because that's where a lot of people get it misconstrued. I'm one of them people, I can hate you every single day. Like, I really don't fuck with you. But I see you still doing your thing. Yeah. It's like that with a lot of people. Because you know what I'm saying? Like, if I fell out with somebody or I don't fuck with no more, I look at it like, all right, I don't fuck with you. But at the end of the day, I still see you doing your thing. And it's only the best for you. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Sometimes you got to really snap your mind like you just said. Because sometimes those thoughts do come up. And a lot of people don't be honest about that stuff. Like, they're not honest. Like, man, I never hated on a nigga. Damn my life. I never hate. But it's like everybody has those thoughts of hating. You just have to switch them off. You get what I'm saying? Be that person that's like, all right, that ain't going to be me.
Yeah. 100%. Because, again, this isn't just I think a lot of people get caught up in social media and they go, oh, this is who I want people to think I am. And then you end up becoming that and it just fucking ruins you. And I think that was even kind of happening to me at certain points. Like, I was getting affiliated with certain things that I was like, bro, you know what? Like, this is fun. This is cool. But this ain't me, bro. Like, I'm sorry, G. It's not me, bro. And I started fading away from that. And people would start saying certain things like, oh, I knew you was white, or I knew you was this, and I knew you was like, nah, bro, like, I am who the fuck I am, bro. But I was putting myself in positions or doing things that I had no care for, and I don't want to do that anymore. Because in 70 years, when I look back at my life, if that moment didn't mean shit for me now, I don't want to be there no more. What the fuck is the point? What the fuck's the point? Like, it's one life. So people putting on this persona like they never hated or they never whatever. Get the fuck out of here.
They for sure lying. I'm letting you know this right now.
Anybody
that tell you they never hated or they never did nothing wrong, stuff like that, they are lying. Because motherfuckers is not perfect around this bitch. I'm telling you, they be hating. It be the people that really be saying they not that be the main haters because they hate so much they try to paint this image that they had that they not a hater. You get what I'm saying? So yeah. That's the problem. You feel what I'm saying?
It's like a person saying they're not racist. It's like, bro, if you weren't racist, you wouldn't have to make such a point
exactly. The person that always talk the most. Sometimes all you got to do is just be quiet. And it's so crazy because stuff my dad be saying be really coming up in life. Like, he always told me, like, you ain't got to talk so much. Sometimes all it takes is for you to listen to really win the battle. You get what I'm saying? Because a lot of times people just dig themselves a grave by just saying this and saying that. Man, what you mean? I'm not even such. Sometimes people don't even say nothing about it. They be like, bro, I ain't even say nothing about that. They just go ahead and tell on themselves. You get what I'm saying? So, like, people be like, man, I'm not a racist, or I hate all, like, you get what I'm saying? I hate all these people. You get what I'm saying? I don't hate all people. It's because they fear that that's actually them. You get what I'm saying? So sometimes they really just be lying under that, man, getting defensive. A defensive person is one of those people that's always guilty. Always. Oh, yeah. 'Cause they get too defensive. Like, all right, if what I'm saying is not true, why do you keep combating with me? You get what I'm saying? All right, I call you ugly. You be like, man, I am not ugly. You know how many such I got? Man, I'm telling you, I got such. All right, I just got, you feel what I'm saying? So you must be ugly because you keep on, you feel what I'm saying? You must be really ugly because you keep on. Yeah. A person that's not ugly, somebody call me ugly, I'd be like, all right.
That's
you
feel what I'm saying? Like, security in yourself, too.
You feel what I'm saying? That's those are those insecurities, too, because people be like, what you mean I'm ugly? Some people, like, cry about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Somebody call me ugly or say I'm not good at music, I'll be like, all right. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Okay.
It's crazy, man. If you look at with the artists, I said this like in a tweet the other day, even though nobody follows me on Twitter.
I don't got no Twitter followers either. That's crazy because I was just on Twitter and I was scrolling. You know, I be on Twitter every day retweeting. I be thinking my stuff be funny too. Like, I really be laughing all day to see no likes.
It's hard. Twitter's a whole thing, bro. Like, you gotta. What I did with Twitter is I posted like 20, 30 tweets, and some of them were sweet as hell. So I clipped them out and then I posted them on my main page on Instagram, and then I got like 12 followers that way, which is like nothing but like, fuck it, bitch, I got 12 followers. But I posted on Twitter, I was talking about how a lot of these artists, this is what kind of kills me about the industry to some degree. I've seen artists make it from the bottom to the top, right? And in the bottom, they were talking all this crazy shit so that they could make it, because without talking that crazy shit, they wouldn't be able to make it. But then they made it and they still kept talking that crazy shit. It's like, damn, bro, like, isn't this the time where you're supposed to start helping people, like, you know, give clarity to people or give direction to people or be a leader to people? And people be like, no, I don't want, you know, I ain't that leadership role. I don't want to be that leadership role. It's like, damn, bro, like, what about the future of this country or the future of the world or the future of consciousness or the future of your hood or the future of the street or the future of your friends' mindsets, where they're at? So the people that look up to you when you become famous, they're going to start incorporating these behaviors for the next generation and the generation after that. Why not make that effort to help see them more and give them more of a better lifestyle or a better way of seeing things instead of this negative shit that comes around? But when you become wherever you want to become as an artist, what's going to be your main message, or what do you want people to get from you?
I've been waiting to say this one, I think, but I might not have all the right words for it, but you're going to understand what I'm saying. For all the artists out there that's trying to like do music, don't feel like encaved in this world that, okay, I never make it because everybody is so ahead and I'm all the way back here. I'm telling you, that race can be won if you just get faster. You get what I'm saying? Always be diligent in the stuff you're doing. Always keep pushing yourself to want to do more. Some people be comfortable with one song and think that they just going to be a one-hit wonder and just make some money and no. Sometimes if you really want to be an artist, you have to be in a studio every single day. You got to make these music videos and stuff like that. So these artists right now that really want to make it, you have to really want it. It's not no thing where you could just come in here and just, I'm going to spit a couple bars. A couple people got lucky here and there. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, to really make it, sometimes you really have to think outside the box. What's going to hit? If I do this, what can be different than this? Maybe do a remix on something. You get what I'm saying? Push yourself to want to do more than just be, I'm not going to say a Detroit artist because I don't like saying that because I love the people from my city, but they got this term called like a Detroit artist. You get what I'm saying? Because everybody rap the same, everybody do the same stuff. Think bigger than that sometimes, because that's not always going to work for you as an artist. Also, don't be afraid to step out of your shell, because a lot of people feel like they need to be Detroit rappers because shit, I'm in Detroit. Motherfuckers here sing a song like Dirk in the city, I'm like, turn that shit off. No, not everybody's going to say turn that shit off, and I promise you they not. It's going to be a bunch of people out here that listen to that every single day. Don't be scared to step out of that shell and do something you're comfortable with, because you feel me? I plan on doing a bunch of stuff, so if they just don't rock with it, they don't. But if I would have never took that leap, I'd never know whether they'll mess with it or not. So that's another thing. Step out of that shell. And like lastly, I feel as if always be confident in what you do. Because if you're not confident, you'll never make it. The only person that got to know that they're going to make it is you. So if you know that you're going to make it, that's all you need. Because everybody else going to be in your ear saying totally different things. You're going to make it, you're not. But who are you going to listen to at the end of the day? The person that not going to get you to the top, or the person that you need to be to get there? You get what I'm saying? Listen to yourself. If you know it, you got it. If you doubting yourself in some type of way, like, man, I ain't going to do this shit, or I feel like it might not work, then I advise you to go take a different route, because you got to know that you got it. You know what I'm saying? Know it. Because I feel like at the end of the day, where I'm at right now, of course, I'm not the biggest artist, but I'm also not the lowest either. I see my success growing every single day. It's about those trips that you make and those turns that you make to get to those places. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's all a part of the growth process. You're going to get there as long as you know it.
Right. And I want to go on that point that you made, like, confidence, where you talked about being confident as an artist, right? So I think a lot of people have this misconception about their own selves, that they don't have control of their mind and their body, right? They don't realize that when you tell yourself you can't do something, or you're not going to be able to do this, I'm not going to be able to become a famous rapper, you just set your mind and your body to think, okay, we're moving away from that now. Your mind and body is literally going to follow what you're thinking. People just don't realize that. Like, so when you tell your mind and your body, oh, I'm not going to make it as a rapper, your mind and body stops working towards, it's going to stop helping you. Your mind and body is going to stop helping you move towards that goal. You know what I'm saying? So you always have to put it in your mind, like, hey, I am going to be successful as an artist. I'm going to be successful at whatever I want to do. Your mind and body are going to start helping you, bro. They even say in the medical field, they say when you feel sick, if you are sad when you're sick and you're in distress and you keep yourself angry and negative while you're sick, your sickness is going to last way longer. You're going to be sick for longer. But they say if you stay vibrant and healthy and exercise while you're sick and you keep yourself positive while you're sick, you will recover faster. So it just goes to show you that the way you can condition and control your body and mind will help you succeed in whatever you want to succeed in. So anytime you doubt yourself, you're just really stopping and setting yourself back. So never doubt yourself. So the way you put that was also great too, man. Like I really, your wisdom and everything about this shows the success. The scary part of wisdom is people these days, like when you watch these artists, they're scared about, no, I'm sorry, they want to see that scary motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You're not, you know what I'm saying? They want to see that, they want to see the gangster image. They want to see that, that image.
Like, I'm not about to get on here and do all of that because that's not me. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not the person out here gang banging every single day. What do I need to do that for when I could just be me? You feel what I'm saying? A lot of people are afraid to be themselves. Like, I feel like preach yourself because whoever you are is what's going to make it. You basically giving them you. You feel what I'm saying? This interview, I'm giving you me. So however I put it, however I say it, is just me. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. But a lot of people try to portray this image of, oh, I gotta be a hood nigga. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. I gotta scam. You know you don't. You know what I'm saying? That's just what the people showing you. These rappers preaching that message, you're really feeding into it. Sometimes you got to just listen to it like it's just rap. Some people actually listen to it like that's got to be their lifestyle in the city. You don't have to be that.
Yeah, it's kind of a childish mentality too. Because when I was younger, like I used to be like, "Oh, that's the way he's talking on his interview is so weird, it's so crazy. Like, look how he's dressed." Like I used to look at them like they were alienish. Like you are so above us, and you're talking so differently. Like you're mumbling when you speak, and you have these weird little nuances as a person in your personality. So people go, oh, so that mysteriousness is what attracts these audiences.
I think that's the wave, that craziness and all the. I ain't gonna lie, I done seen people hop on interviews and really just be gone. Like they'll be like out here like
sleeping
like this, and they'll look at the camera. You get what I'm saying? These are people watching you, dude. This is the image you're portraying to all these people that look up to you. You got all these millions of followers, and you doing this.
Yeah, exactly.
That's bold to them because they think they supposed to be doing that. You feel me?
Yeah.
I don't do none of that because I feel like at the end of the day, I like being able to realize stuff and catching everything. Sometimes people get caught lacking for actually popping pills and smoking and stuff like that, not being in their right consciousness. You feel what I'm saying? I like to be on my own 10 at all times. You feel what I'm saying? When it comes to music, some people say weed and drugs make you help write music. For me, I don't feel like none of that stuff works. I feel like at the end of the day, myself and what I come up with is the best work. You feel what I'm saying? If you need a drug to really get into something, I don't feel like that's the wave for me. I don't feel like that's the right thing to do because you need to get high or you need to get drunk before you do a song. Like, you get what I'm saying? So you're basically saying you have to spend money to spend more money to do this music every single time. You got to get high, drunk. You got to be out of your mind to think about something.
I don't know. It's weird because like in the 60s, like obviously in the 50s, 60s, and 70s, that's totally what was happening. Like they were creating crazy ass mushrooms and LSD and everything in the world. I think what most likely happened with that shit is either they were already doing drugs and they came up with the craziest shit ever, or they maxed out their potential as a human, who they were already, and then they're like, oh, let's take some acid now because that might take us into a new dimension. We don't fucking know which way they turn to, but some people need drugs, some people don't need drugs. You're just like me when it comes to that. I like to be conscious when I'm creating. I don't drink and I don't smoke and I don't do anything when I'm creating or writing or working on something, or even when I play music or when I play the drums. I don't do nothing because
I drink occasionally. You feel what I'm saying?
I'm saying when I'm doing.
Yeah, I'm saying
shit.
like when I'm doing it. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's a no go. I feel like I drink occasionally and stuff like that. Yeah, I can get turned, but it's something like you don't never want to do it when you producing something you want to do every single day. If I'm working on music, why would I want to get drunk if I'm out of my mind? You feel what I'm saying? It's just not gonna work.
Yeah, it's weird. I know some artists drink lean and stuff, and I was talking to an artist about lean. Yeah, I was talking about I kind of like got into it with him about asking him why and stuff, and he was basically like, well, because the shit I'm rapping about is so emotional to me, I try to suppress it a little bit because I wouldn't be able to talk about it without it. So you can see why some people are using drugs in order to some people are using drugs as like a way to complement their artistry, but everybody's different at the end of the day. It's just my thing. I think me and you both agree on this one thing. Putting the image out there doesn't mean you have to do it. So like an artist sipping lean and putting on this portrayal as like he's dead while he's being interviewed or whatever, that's them. Exactly. You don't have to do that to become successful. That's the misconception. Like you don't have to be blown out of your mind in order to be successful.
And that's one thing I wanted to say because I don't want people getting the misconception. I'm saying like, oh yeah, just because they drink lean or they you feel what I'm saying, but like they smoke weed, drink and stuff like that they're not good people. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not saying that at all. They are them and they can do whatever they feel as if they want to do. It's my perception of I don't feel like that's the right thing to do when, like he just said, that he sip it to suppress his feelings. That's a solid reason as to do it, but you got to think of the consequences behind it. You get what I'm saying? Like, there's every choice you make, there's something out of it. You feel what I'm saying? So I feel like drugs per se is not the way to go to suppress something to me. But you feel what I'm saying? Everybody has their own way of coping with things, so I can't judge them about that. If it's working for them, cool. Who am I to hate on them? You get what I'm saying? But my message to everybody else is, if you want to, like, you get what I'm saying, try to do it in a way that won't slowly take you out the game before you get there. You feel me?
Yeah, 100%, man. There's, you know how many fentanyl cases there are lately? It's like
Man,
it's like
they
insane.
preaching that every day. You hear that in no cap music. Fentanyl, get it off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's cold though. I'm not gonna lie. I be singing it all the time though, 'cause that's one of my favorite parts. But it's like that message that he's preaching. When you really sit down and think, he really just said fentanyl, get it off, and you saying it every day. It's like, but it's that preaching. You feel what I'm saying? The words that he's saying, it's like it might not have been the best message, but you feel what I'm saying? That determines the people that just listen to the music or actually go do it. Because somebody might have just heard that and really just popped a pill. Might have really just like took themselves out. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%. Like, yeah, when Eminem was coming up, he would talk about all that types of shit. It was crazy too, because Eminem was my favorite rapper, and I watched and read it. Yeah, I watched and read everything about the guy, so I know, like, inside. I even got an autograph from him when I was like fucking in 3rd grade or whatever the fuck. I lost that shit. Huh?
Who's your favorite rapper?
Eminem?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't he be? Why wouldn't Eminem be my favorite rapper?
I'm just saying, there's other rappers out there.
Eminem, but first of all, Eminem is a great selection as being somebody's favorite rapper for multiple reasons. He's the rappers of all time.
You didn't even gotta be anybody. You feel what I'm saying? Top 5.
My top 5 favorite rappers.
You could do your top 5.
Top 5 favorite rappers of all time. I mean, I'm gonna say the people that I play the most, because I would say Tupac, Eminem, Biggie. It's a pretty standard list, obviously, so far, but I would say Wyclef. I consider him a rapper, and then I'll say Akon is another artist I listen to. Yeah, listen. Those are the early Akon, not the later Akon. Early, when he's talking ghetto, when he had Locked Up, when he had Gangsta Bop. Yeah, when he had that shit, that was he. I never really thought about it too much, but obviously I listen to Ice Cube. I listen to I don't really care about NWA at all. Like, I appreciate their music. I don't really care about them at all. I listen to Future. I don't really listen, bro, to be honest with you. I listen to rap, but I listen to single songs from like each rapper. I don't really sit down and listen to.
What about right now? What's your top 5 right now?
Modern rappers, like the new boys. I say Future's Heat, the show. I say, damn, I don't really listen to too many new guys. I listen to Sada, obviously. Sada, I think I listen to 8 Sada songs religiously. Like, once a week I'm listening to one of those 8 songs. Future, Sada, yeah, Future, Sada. That's it. I really don't listen to rap no more, bro. Unless it's a single of an artist. A single.
Last one. You
Me?
know Smooth.
Oh yeah. You know,
You feel me, bro? You kind of left me out of there, man. You know what I'm saying? We might have to
He
take
got
this
3 different
outside.
rankings in that bitch. He has 3.
You
He's
feel
7,
me?
8, 9, and 10. Bitch, what are you talking about?
No cap.
But anyway, man, yeah. To kind of wrap things up, is there any projects you got coming up or anything you need to let the fans know about?
That's more of a secret. I like to move in silence sometimes, because when you drop it on their head, it make a way bigger effect. Because it's like, once you tell everybody your setup, and they've been waiting on it, and they might just drift off afterwards, because it's like they didn't heard about it, they don't care no more. Yeah. If you just drop it on their head right then and there, it's like, dang, he just came out with this. Let me check it out. You get what I'm saying? Sometimes that works. Exactly, yeah, and that's a little different, because I ain't gonna lie, I ain't listened to that album. I didn't listen to it either. People kept on saying it was good, trash. I don't know. I feel like Drake album they kept on saying it was mid. I'm like, Drake album was kind of cold, though. I was over there listening. I'm like, oh, yeah, you know, he got that vibe. And Tifa. I'm like, oh, yeah, that jump hard. Yeah, off the start. I heard one Kanye song, they was preaching to something. I'm like, you know what? As much as I love the Lord, I just can't listen to it on his track. Because it's just like, it wasn't the same. I turned it off.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a fan of any of these new guys. I have no clue why. Their music is good. Don't get me wrong. If it's on, it's cool. Like Drake and Yeezy or whatever the fuck, Kanye West, whatever the fuck he calls himself. I'm not a fan of any of the new artists. Not because they're not talented, not because they're not good. I just don't care. To be honest, bro, I've been listening. Like, if you really want to know what I listen to, bro, I listen to like old ass love songs, and I'm not heartbroken or nothing. I just listen to old like, I listen to the.
I listen to that. I ain't gonna lie, the 2000s R&B got a place in my heart. Though. I ain't gonna lie, it's just.
No, I be going further back than that, man. I be listening to like shit like Bob Dylan and shit, like shit you like and Willie. What's that motherfucker's name? Not Bob Dylan, but the other dude.
I'm not telling you.
Not what? What?
Nelson?
Willie Nelson, yeah. Bob Dylan, Willie Nelson.
I was listening to Charlie Wilson. Butterfly. That's my
feel
song.
me?
You feel what I'm saying? Like,
Elvis Presley.
or that Mary J. I ain't gonna lie, that Mary J. come on, but I can't.
Yeah, man.
R&B was something different.
It's all about the old shit. The old what the fuck? Who's that? Wyclef, bro, when he sang that New Day song. Mama, mama, I know you raised me with no father figure, but I want to take the time to thank you for giving me life. What? Me? Nah, hell no, but I'm just saying that motherfucker. God. Hey, Wyclef is crazy, bro. The old Wyclef, though. I don't know what the fuck happened after Hendrix. After he dropped Hendrix, I don't know what. Everybody did it too. Akon came out with like the craziest street music ever. Like that whole album, he came out with craziest street music ever. Like and then all of a sudden he has like Shake That on the Floor and all that shit with them. And I'm like, come on, Akon.
Said I'm locked up. Then 6ix9ine came and said I was locked up. I said, yeah, bro.
Oh my
cut
God.
that off. I'm like, he tripping. Nah, I ain't gonna lie.
If it wasn't for that shit, he's a philanthropist though. Akon is like a serious philanthropist. Yeah, like yeah. He's somebody to watch, but damn, I guess that check is crazy though, because like if Eminem's like, yo, I got $2 million for you on a feature, it's like, all right, bet. Like, what are you gonna say? No, I don't blame him for that, but damn, the music just changed.
Something about, you feel me? It's sometimes about your character, man, or what that says about you. Like, I feel like if 6ix9ine tried to do a song with me, I'm saying no. Like, you feel what I'm saying? I don't care what he put on the table, because it's like, you gotta have some sort of like pride. Like, all right, that's like you about to do a movie, right? And they tell you, all right, we want to sign you for this new acting role. I got $10 million for you just to act out one scene. That sounds amazing. Then they tell you got to put a pink dress on and act like a girl. I'm not doing it because it's like I'm not degrading myself for some money. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Something else is gonna come. A better blessing to come for me somewhere else. Don't degrade yourself because the money there. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not doing it.
They said that happened with Dave Chappelle. That's what happened to Dave Chappelle on the set of Blue Streak. On the set of Blue Streak, they tried to make Dave Chappelle wear a dress, and he's like, "Fuck no."
Oh yeah. That's basically what I was talking about.
Yeah.
He said no, and he got a better deal after that. Was it on? What was it through? I can't really remember, but he got a way better deal than the offer he was getting. They tried to make him wear a dress.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they were trying to put it on him. He's like, nope, fuck no. And look at his whole career as far as being a G. Like, he literally left the show for many reasons, but one of the reasons he left the show is because they wanted creative control. They gave him creative control, but they wouldn't let him do certain shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, you can do whatever. I'm gonna give you $1 million. You can do whatever you want to do with that $1 million for the show. Okay, cool. But when you're doing this shit, I'm going like, no, you can't do that though. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't, because we got sponsors. So he said, fuck all that. Only thing that tripped me out about Dave Chappelle that pissed me off, and Dave Chappelle's my favorite comedian of all time. The only thing that pissed me off about what he did is after he left his show, I would have tried to do something else. I wouldn't have dipped. And I understand psychologically why he did it for his own well-being, good, but like he waited so long. I would have just done my own shit, bro. I would have been like, bro, I'm starting my own Chappelle show, bro. I'm gonna change the name of it so I don't get in no fucking licensing deals. I would have changed like anything that hurts my contract with Comedy Central. I would have just made it like a different show, but like I don't know why he didn't do that. And now I just seen him like 2 weeks ago. I can't talk about Dave Chappelle no more, bro. I love him so much, but I don't know what.
You gonna hate me for this, but I don't think Dave Chappelle is that funny.
See, we're into this.
All right. I'm saying I heard a couple things that made me laugh. And
Wait, did you watch the Chappelle show?
yeah.
Did you watch Half Baked? Did you watch For What It's Worth?
Like I watched some stuff. He was in a classroom. No, he wasn't in the classroom. I think he was in an office or something like that. He smacked somebody. I don't know.
No, listen.
that was-
Do me a favor in this weekend. Go watch his stand-ups first. Watch For What It's Worth and Killing Him Softly. Go watch those first.
They gonna cancel me too just for saying I don't think Dave Chappelle.
No, they will.
I just don't think he that funny.
He's very political now, which pisses me off because, like, I just was at one of his shows and he was getting very political. He wasn't even really telling jokes anymore. He was just, like, talking political. I mean, that's cool, man, but I wanted to say to him, like, if I could have spoke to Chappelle, I would have been like, bro, I love your political stances. I love that you're trying to make a movement and everything, but here's the thing. everybody here did come for comedy. So therefore, they're not going to interpret what you're saying. Like, you can't teach somebody something unless they want to be taught it. Unless they're open up to that moment of wanting to receive and wanting to learn, they're not going to intake it the same way. So Dave Chappelle would come on and speak all this political stuff, which is cool. Like, I respect all your opinions and everything you have. But the people that came here are here to hear your comedy, so they're not going to interpret your wisdom the way you want them to, bro. So you could go and say all you want, but we're not going to interpret it because we came here to listen to comedy. That's our ignorance. That's our, like, whatever, maybe downfall is mankind. But that's not why we pulled up. So unfortunately, the message won't be received. But anyway, man, I'm so glad I got to talk about that because I've been holding that in for like 3 weeks. Projects you want to keep them a secret and everything like that, man. But listen, everybody knows how to find you. Just tell them your Instagram and YouTube and everywhere that they can go for the links.
Uknosmooth, on Instagram, the letter U. Ukno smooth. There's no W in it, so please don't put a W. Ukno smooth. You go on there, my link tree is right there. It'll set you up with all my YouTubes, all platforms, Apple Music, Spotify, whatever you need. You feel what I'm saying? Y'all go straight there.
Uknosmooth's here with us today, man. Aspiring artist, very young, so you already know with the wisdom that he just gave out to us and the business mindset he has that he's going to be successful by, I'm assuming, age 25 with this shit, more than likely, because that usually takes a few years for everything to soak in and come together. Oh, yeah, hopefully, yeah.
It's all about the work, like I said. As much work as you put in, the more you'll know. You feel what I'm saying? It's all about just learning, like a sponge. You feel what I'm saying? The more you learn, you know what I'm saying? Retain the information. That's all it is, because some people get lazy. I get lazy sometimes. Like, I don't want to get up and stuff like that, but it's just that drive that you got to have to actually get there. The people that succeed start early. The early birds get the worm, so.
Facts. Vantage Photo behind the camera. You can find them on Instagram, Vantage_photo with an F. We're shooting at Parallel Sound Studio. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. We'll see you on the next one.